morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Nice to have your company this glorious Sunday morning. It is glorious today, isn't it? Are you not feeling that? Are you not feeling that, Kim? She's like, no, there's nothing glorious about the weather outside today. Why? It's cold, did you say? It's not cold. Oh, to be fair, she has had a bit of a morning. She set the alarm off here in the studios. So, woke everybody up here in the building? Yeah. If you weren't awake at 5:30 in the morning, you are now. Kim is in the building. So I hope you've had a better start to your day than Kim has. Yeah, I'm all good to go. I'm exceedingly excited to announce that I am joined by the very fabulous, the absolutely gorgeous Linda Brumwell as well. How are you, darling?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you very much.
A vision in pink.
Vision in pink, yes.
A vision in pink. And your fabulous pieces are, of course, as per, exquisite.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed these kits, so yeah, stand by.
Well, I mean, we've got a Soutache kit, haven't we? Which I think it's fair to say I'm really glad that we're dedicating time to it this morning.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah, we'll talk more about it. When we get onto it, because I think you have to see it to talk about it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Please, this is the best chance for you to get involved into that wonderful medium this morning. So make sure you do stay tuned. What do we have? Loads of new ins, loads of incredible brand new strands, some amazing gemstones that I was not expecting to bring you this morning. And I've got two presenters picks for you. And yesterday we put it to you. We said, which one would you like to see? Which one would you like to see first? You will get to see both. One will be coming your way at 9 o'clock. And the other one will be coming your way at 10 o'clock. The decision, the choices. So text into the studio. Yesterday it was so close. Do you know there was one vote in it? One vote. And this is a tough call. I mean, I don't know how you're going to decide. All personal preference. You might be loving both. Well, if you do, not a problem because we're bringing both. It's all about colour with these two presenters' picks. Can I just say the average carat weight on one of these gemstones is 0.15. Look at the size on every single one. The choice of your presenters' picks this morning, one at 9 p.m, one at 10 p.m, is Neon Apatite. Oh, you can hear in my voice how excited I am about this beautiful strand. Brand new premiering this morning, and a brand new strand of your exquisite Fire Opal. I mean, the dispersion of colour, that's ultimately what this gemstone is all about. The more fiery and full-bodied it is, the more valuable your opal is. This is a tough decision, I get it, but you'll see both. We just want to know which one you want to see first. 60777 is the number to text, and start your text with JM Studios. Say apatite or say your opal, whichever you prefer. What else do we have? Amazing pyrite carved flowers. We've got beautiful spinel rounds. We've got wonderful pearls coming your way. Amazing bundles. Some of my favourite bundles that Kim has put together for you this morning. Thanks, she says. Thanks. We've also got incredible diamonds, so a brand new diamond strand to show you. That's coming your way at the 11 o'clock hour, so much to bring you throughout the course of the show. And your early bird, I know you're going to be head over heels in love with, if you pardon the pun, and you'll know exactly what I'm referring to as soon as you see it. Abalone is the demonstrations of colour, what we call a chromatic shift, those movements. It's a migration, if you like. Imagine like a performance of birds. Have you seen it? And I forget which birds it is, the ones that make those amazing patterns as they're sort of in one condensed area, swirls and swathes, and then picture them all being different colours, swirling and swaying within the atmosphere, I suppose, up in the sky. And that is what you'll get with your abalone. And more to the point, they are your romantic hearts. 12 by 12 millimetre. It's a very, very long strand. So there's an awful lot of gemstones contained on this strand, and you'll see that wonderful iridescence, very similar to that of your ammonite, something I was referring to only yesterday. Both organic gemstones, both meaning that they come from a living organism. And you can see that sort of aquatic association, can't you, with both of those gemstones. When it comes to your ammonite, it's 3+ colours that you're looking for, which would be your AA+, which is essentially the finest grade. With abalone, you get so much more than 3 colours. I mean, you'll see purples, you'll see pinks, you'll see golds, you'll see blues, you'll see violet tones coming through. We've already instantaneously got multi-buyers on the phone lines. I absolutely adore abalone, and Kim has just said to me, as I said that statement, if there's any left, I am buying this as well. It's a fantastic early bird, isn't it? I mean, abalone is a gemstone which is obvious that it is from Mother Nature. You don't have to be a gemologist or accredited jewelry professional, or you don't have to be a connoisseur of gemstones to recognise that this is Mother Nature's treasures. It has got that aquatic beauty, sort of mermaids and ethereal associations to the ocean, all of those colours which aren't just stagnant, they move around. I don't know of a single other I don't know, picture, landscape, I suppose, which constantly and consistently moves. And that's what you get with your gemstones, in particularly your abalone. So if you've never seen this before, get it home. You'll be absolutely in love with it. They are both sides as well. So you'll get that beautiful characteristics on both sides. So you can choose your preference. But, you know, it's going to be a hard decision. Look at the difference in those, the actual shapes and colours. Right down at the bottom of the strand, I'm going to pick this up. Can you see how you've got like almost polka dot? Can you see that there? You've almost got a polka dot abalone, and then right down here, almost like a butterfly performance. We've got multi-buyers. Kathleen has chosen to buy 6. John and Janet have bought 3. Heather's bought 3. Barbara's bought 2. Wendy has bought 2. We've got Helen there as well. Congratulations to you. We've got Surrey with us on the web. Check out as soon as you possibly can. It is your early bird deal, so therefore we'll bring it to you at a super affordable price tag for getting up with us this Sunday morning. If you're on those phone lines, fantastic. That is the place to be. How many gemstones is this going to complement in your jewellery stash? Is it going to complement your rubies? Yes, because you've got reds. Is it going to complement your sapphires? Yes, because it's got the blues and the pinks and the yellows and the greens. Is it going to complement your Tanzanite? I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. It's going to tick every single one of those boxes. And being in the heart shape, being one of your favoured shape jewellery makers, you're all hopeless romantics, clearly, then this strand will be hugely popular, and it is. I can already see telephone bidders making confirmations and on the web. Now, what do they know? What do our web bidders know that you perhaps don't? They know what the price is going to be. Not to worry. If you're dialing through right now, you will be successful. But I don't think for 1 second there's going to be enough of these to go around come the end of the hour even. I think Kim, my producer, who is a jewellery maker like yourselves, you know, she's on cloud 9 right now if she thinks she's going to be able to get hold of this. Sorry to burst your bubble there, Kim, first thing in the morning. But I doubt you're going to be able to get this, my lovely. I mean, look at those iridescent hues. Going back again, if I might, to your ammonite. Ammonite can sometimes be quite scaly, so you can almost see a bit like a sort of snakeskin effect. That's what you don't want. You want a smooth iridescence of colour. Abalone is like the perfect iridescence. It's everything that ammonite aspires to be. A smooth iridescence, so those movements of colour are not contained, if you like. They're not almost contained to one in particular area. They will shift and migrate around. Love the patterns that you see internally. I mean, how enchanting is it? I like getting to know your gemstones, you know, really allowing them to sort of move around, orientate your gems so you can see their own personalities, essentially. Hello to you, Pauline. Hello to you, Elaine. Hello to you, Janice. Hello to you, West Midlands. Hello to our anonymous collectors on the web. Hello to you, Connie in Nottinghamshire. All our early birds getting involved. At £8.95 only, you've got multiple pendants. It's a long strand of abalone, so stay where you are. It's going to go a long way. Just one of those on a pair of earrings and you're good to go. Beautiful. Right, let's move on. Box number 1. Shall I bring you? I've never seen this before. So you just take. Were you with me yesterday during the educational hour? Take one of your faceted gemstones. Just looking for my tweezers. And set it in, and you've got a beautiful piece of jewellery. I haven't got any tweezers. Here we go. And you've got a beautiful piece of jewellery for yourself to enjoy, or to sell on, or to gift, whichever you prefer, and a very classic setting, what we call a halo setting, where you have got round brilliant cut topaz all the way around your central gemstone. A classic pendant. Look at all the sparkle that comes from every single one of those faceted gemstones. Excuse me, coughing. 925 sterling silver. So all you need is to take one calibrated gemstone and set it within. You've got the prongs, and I will turn it like so you can see those prongs, and just wrap them over, and you have made one very fine, high-end, yet traditional design, which will absolutely migrate through all of the years. I mean, when I look at a piece like this, I think of legacy jewellery, heirloom jewellery, pieces that you can pass on to future generations, pieces that will always be on trend. I mean, if you go back through the decades, have we seen this design? Absolutely. Was it around in the Victorian era? Most definitely. And are you still seeing it in jewellery establishments right now? Absolutely. But you would expect to pay a much more considered price point than what you're about to this morning. But that's why you tune into us here at Jewellery Maker. This is us basically thinking, I know that you're fantastically creative, you have got amazing skills and abilities to put your colours together. With this, we've done the thinking for you. It's simplicity and it's a finished article. I mean, I wouldn't be able to facet the amount of gemstones that you're seeing here. Most definitely not. I mean, it's a skill that's not just learnt overnight. It's developed from a very, very, very early age and almost handed down from generation to generation. To take one gemstone and fit it into here and have that halo design, it's high end. Attach it to a sterling silver chain and you're good to go. You've got an exquisite piece, which I'm sure if you walked past, if you're going shopping anytime soon, if you're going past your local jewellers, you'll find designs very much like this at 3-figure price tags and 4-figure price tags in some cases. All depending on the gemstones, obviously. It is 925 sterling silver. You can see how substantial it is. It's got an 8x6mm centre, so you can take one of your beautiful sizable solitaires. It should be £9.95. If you think about all of the gemstones that are set within, you think about all of those colourless white topaz that are set within, all of that gorgeous sparkle, giving more brilliance than that of a diamond would, because that size, they would be single cut diamonds, which means they'd have 17 facets, so you wouldn't see that performance of light that you are with your topaz. That's why we've actually chosen to set topaz within this, because there's more light performance with every single one of those gemstones, what we call brilliance, because there's more facets able to be cut with this very gemstone. £9.95 is where it should be, I hear Kim say. Not this morning. I think it's the perfect opportunity for you to try your gem setting. If you've never done it before, the perfect opportunity for you to acquire solid sterling silver, rare precious commodities, dazzling white topaz, a naturally brilliant forming gemstone with all of that sparkle that we long for at a super affordable price. If you've never done it before, give it a try. It's dead simple, really. I mean, all you need to look for, and you can go on to www.gemcollector.com. We do occasionally bring you faceted loose gemstones, or you could take a cabochon that we certainly bring you here at Jewellery Maker and set it in within. I mean, that would be lovely, a cabochon. I mean, we've got cabochons which come on your show on a daily basis. Take the correct measurements. Maybe if you don't even have to use glue, because the prong settings are there. Just curve those, what we call claws, over the central gemstone, and you're good to go. Beautiful piece. John and Janet, well done. Maxine, Beverly, Helen, congratulations to you. Connie and Tamsin in Somerset, lovely to have your company this morning. If you're on those phone lines, stay where you are. You can see it's sizable 1.7mm drop on a very classic bail, which you can just literally thread through any of your sterling silver chains. I mean, how could we possibly compete? I mean, I'm talking externally. Outside of Jewellery Maker, how could we possibly compete? I'm not allowed to name establishments directly and say, oh, well, I was in X jeweller and I've seen pendants like this and it was selling at 3-figure prices. I can't do that. But you can. You can go and do it. We know the establishments that we're talking of that will bring you genuine gemstones in your precious metals. Would they be able to bring it to you at £6.95? Okay, so if you've got to add a gemstone to it, let's add add maybe another £10 on there? Would they be able to bring it to you for less than £20? I highly, highly doubt that. Hello to you, Carol. Hello to you, Bryony. Hello to you, Tina. Hello to you, Connie. West Midlands, congratulations to you. If you're on those phone lines, do stay where you are. I mean, what a perfect gift. Perfect gift. My mother would wear this. I would wear this. My niece would wear this. At £6.95 only. I've never seen them before. You can tell I was getting excited about that. So well done. Stay where you're on those phone lines. Moving on to box number 3. Ooh, now. Our Linda Brumwell's going to get very excited about this. And later on in the show, I'm also doing the educational hour is all about the 1920s. How many rows would be? 6. Imagine a 6-row necklace. If you got the pearl deal yesterday, have you seen a 6-row clasp before?
Once.
Once? Mm-hmm. I've seen a 3, not a 6 before.
Yeah, I've seen it once.
And I'll show you how it attaches and how it closes, but this is the clasp.
Amazing.
Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, you know when you think about vintage pearl or any gemstone necklace, I always think of this clasp.
Yeah, I mean the thing is as well with those, you can put, if you're talking vintage, you can put a big cabochon and then drop the 6 strands from it, so that really goes back to sort of vintage Chanel. It
really does, doesn't it? I mean, real quality. This is as your go-to jewellery supplier, I suppose would be the correct way of saying it. This, for us, is one of the most expensive clasps for us to bring you. And let me tell you why. If I just hold it like so. The amount of engineering that goes into it, firstly, it's not just, two pieces of sterling silver, it's engineering. They've got to fit, nestle into one another. The actual content of sterling silver that goes into this, because look, so and it is the most secure, by the way. So essentially you have got, and imagine your strands attached either side. I mean, you see these on bracelets, you see these on, like Linda said, big high-end heavy pieces, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very difficult to get that graduation without one. To get that graduation if you're doing it yourself, you know, a couple of millimeters out with a jump ring to a clasp makes a big difference on the neatness of the piece, but you've got it ready done for you when you've got them already there, exactly the same. And the
real security.
Yeah,
there couldn't be a safer clasp,
no, absolutely not.
I think this is the Ferrari of clasps, really.
Without a doubt.
Because that's the best, I guess, metaphor I could think of, really, when it comes to it's early in the morning, but because I mean, it's obvious physics, I suppose, because I mean, they have to slot into one another, and look at the amount of sterling silver that is actually connecting and touching. So, and you have to give it a little bit. It clicks as well, clicks into place. I've never seen this size before, though.
No, I've only seen it once, and it was probably 4 years ago.
Really?
So from my point of view, I've only ever seen it at Jewellery Maker just once, and I think that was. It's got to be 4 years ago. I've seen the connectors since a couple of times, that's all, but not the clasp.
Not the clasp like this.
No,
it is different to the tongue and groove connectors, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing, and they've got real security to them. But this is, like I said, this is probably one of the finest clasps that you could actually
definitely.
purchase.
If you do want to make yourself a 6-strand graduated necklace in any gemstone whatsoever, then this is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the clasp to have. Beyond all others. I mean, they're probably feasible with others, but this is going to give you that proper end professional look.
It really is. High end, 925 sterling silver, 36 by 9 millimeter. Should be what? Are you serious? I was fully expecting this to be £20+. Fully expecting it to be £20+. It should be £7.95. Whilst you're dialing through, and I've seen jewellery makers, silversmiths creating things like this. Do you know how much time goes into it? The polish, the finish, I mean, the fact that you haven't got, you're right there, Brummy, the fact that you haven't got any not so much as a millimetre on this clasp, which hasn't got that beautiful lustre of sterling silver. Wow, I was not expecting this. I would have 100% have expected this to be a double figure price tag. And I'm certain that you'll all agree with me right now. I'm certain that you'll be thinking, yeah, I can see that, Elle. I mean, if at best, if this was coming at $16.95, I would think that was an amazing deal. You can see how substantial this is. You do get one, but let me just separate them again. So just pull them apart like so. And if I turn it, you can see there's like a little groove that slides in, and it really clicks into place. Really clicks into place. Did you hear the click then? Okay, loads of you there. Most of you are choosing to multi-buy. I mean, I'd love to see spinel, which I've got coming up later on, pearls, the onyx, suspended in that wonderful 6-strand graduation. Oh, it'd be incredible. Well done, well done. Well, I was not expecting that at all. Let's move on to... Oh, I haven't got them here. Here comes. Oh, thank you, Amelia. Thank you, darling. There's only limited quantity of these. Here they are. Moroccan sunset. Oh, haven't been lucky. Haven't been to this location. It is the very definition of that country. It's beautifully rich. You know, even the soil has that wonderful coppery tone. You are getting everything that is on these steps here. So 369. 9 spools of your Zari rope. So you've got your sort of pinkish gold with the yellow gold, you've got your bronze, you've got the pink and the gold, you've got the blue and the gold, you've got the yellow and the gold, you've got so many different tones within, a mixture, and also the solid colours, so your gold, your antique bronze colours, and certainly your rose colours there as well. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. I mean, every single time that I've seen our Zari rope, I'm always referring to the fact that it's not just jewellery making. You can use this for so many different mediums. Use it for your textiles, your interior design, use it for gift wrapping, use it for I don't know, Christmas decorations, use it for what else could we use it for? Light pulls, that's something else I've said about before. Card making, yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's so decorative, isn't it? You can certainly thread your gemstones into it as well. I've seen our guest designers actually wrap Zari rope around a cabochon so it looks very similar to Soutache or wire caging a gemstone. So giving you, and that's what I thought it was at first glance. It was only under closer inspection when the guest designer was referring to it, saying, "Ah, no, actually, Eleanor, this is the Zari thread. Look how beautifully rich all those colours are." And I've never seen a bundle with this many spools. You've got 90, did you say? 90 metres in total. I think Sheila yesterday was referring to the fact that you could expect to pay, I think she said £1.50 for a metre. 90 metres here. 90 times £1.50, Kim, what's that? Well, we know it's got to be pushing it. £135. £135. That's an awful lot, isn't it? On the back of what Sheila was saying yesterday. Here at Jewellery Maker, you should be paying £21. So you're saving over £100 on the back of what Sheila was saying yesterday. And I fully support that, because Sheila was big into her textiles. When I had the jewellery business, I had to buy sort of crafty things like this, you know, often used for displays and stands and things like that. Yeah, the prices you would expect to be in the pounds per metre, most definitely, certainly not pennies. Here at Jewellery Maker, it should be £21. Sorry, almost £21, I beg your pardon. That's incredible right there. I've never brought a bundle of 90 metres. Do you think you're going to ever need to buy Zari rope again if you've got 90 metres knocking around in your stash?
It's unlikely, but the thing with me is I've got a lot of something, I'll use a lot of something, and I'll make it big, bold and statement.
Should we take them off? Yeah, exactly. So do you know, I keep going on about a light pull. Do you know why I keep talking about it? Because I need one. Yeah. It wasn't me, but one of Tom's big burly friends came round and pulled the light pull out the socket. So
I've done that myself recently, and this morning trying to find it without the light pull was an absolute nightmare in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to buy one. And I bet you that if I went into, you know, your home stores, I'm unravelling these as we go, if I went into the home store and said, oh, can I have a light pull, please? It would be more. I'm sure it would be more than what we're taking it to.
The thing is with this bundle, though, is it's finding those components.
Yeah.
That's not the easiest thing to do, to be truthful. You've got it all there in front of you. You go and try and find any of them individually, let alone in a little set. You're going to struggle.
Yeah. And the colours all work really well, don't they?
Absolutely do.
They work beautifully together. Be on those phone lines if you've... yeah, Zari rope, I mean, all the guest designers are loving it. I'm still in the process of... sorry, Amelia. I'm unravelling it all because oh gosh, look at this. Oh, I've got to turn it round so you can see.
You know, you
Let's get that price in. Should be just almost £21. Oh my goodness. I'm sure I would pay for one single light pull more than £10. This is working out at 11 pence per metre.
That's amazing. You know, I was only looking yesterday, there's a lot of decorative cushions around now with words on them and things like love and family and things like that. That's stitched, almost like wire writing, but stitched onto a cushion. Would be an easy thing to do and would look phenomenal. And that cushion would certainly be around £39–40 finished.
Yeah, I love that idea. I want cushions with like words on.
Yeah, but you can personalise them for your own particular family or friends or whatever, can't you? And Christmas particularly.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have, you know, hubby's name, wife's name, partner's name, girlfriend's name.
It would be quite easy to do because it's sort of fairly circular anyway. Easy, very easy to stitch through.
Yeah, because you wouldn't see the stitch, would you?
Not at all.
With the Zari rope.
It would be actually a really nice, pleasant thing to do as well.
Oh, I love that idea.
Let's have a go doing that.
Yeah, I love that idea. Have you got a cushion? I've got loads of cushions in my house. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, you know what? That cushion's a little bit... I'm bored of it now.
You just want to zhuzh it up.
Bored of it now. Yeah, zhuzh it up. Zhuzh it up. It is going to be a sellout. Loads of you there. 11 pence per metre. Sorry, Amelia. I unravelled loads of them. I'm going to have to move... I don't know where to put it all.
Send it over to me. I'll start my cushion.
Are you going to start a cushion with it? Make sure you show us, because I'd love to see that cushion. Yes. Amazing. Okay, moving on. I'm so excited about this. Number 13. I'm so excited about this because yesterday, Kim, what were these bundles like? Kim put together some bundles and they flew. They sold out. So what Kim's done said, not to worry. I've spaced them out over the course of the weekend. This is going to be exactly the same. Now, in preparation for the show, here it is. I've got the sort of schedule. Yeah, Kim does surprise me. She keeps me on my toes. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's the price that we are going to. What is on my schedule, I have got a point. I'll get to it in a moment. I can't believe that we are actually taking pink opal to the price that you have on this sheet. Is that right, Kim? Or are you gonna... She said, I'll see. Pink opal. Oh. 3 double strands of amazing pink opal. Look at those colours. Gorgeous baby pinks. It's so beautiful, isn't it? On the back of yesterday's show, all of these bundles that Kim has put together sold out in an absolute instant. This is going to be no different. To be able to bring you pink opal, which I'm just this is natural. This has not been dyed. Often your coloured opal will have been sort of impregnated with a colour. This not the case. This is Peruvian opal, and those gorgeous baby pinks is everything that we aspire to. My goodness, you've definitely got those colour intensities. 3 strands, 3 double strands. I mean, this is going to go an awful long way. If you were lucky enough to get those bundles yesterday, this is gorgeously complimentary. Lots of you getting involved, I'm not surprised. Expect it to be a sellout, because it shocked me. It shocked me when I saw on my schedule, you know, printed off the hours sort of lineup, if you like, and I was like, really? Kim's taken 3 double strands to X. So, and by the way, I've got a sneaky feeling, it's just, I can just hear it in her voice, that she is going lower than what's on my schedule. So already an amazing deal. Good luck. I wish I had more. It is low in stock. Trio of a trio of pink opals, Peruvian opal, all 100% natural, not dyed that colour. This is all Mother Nature's amazing creation. We have to bring that price tag in, because already web bidders are making those confirmations, and you have you're multi-buying. I'm not surprised. I don't blame you in the slightest. Not in the least. Not in the least. Pink opal, is it going to go with your pearls? Absolutely. Is it going to go with your clear quartz, your spinels? Is it going to go with your Larimar or your Tanzanite? Yes, 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 yes. It's a complementary gemstone, because it has got those beautiful subtle baby tones, and almost half the stock has gone. Almost. If you're there on those phone lines, this is why I'm getting so excited. Okay, no, that's lower. That's lower than the price that you've got on the sheet. Oh, okay. She says, expect an awful lot of that, Elle, today. You want to keep me on my toes, do you? You want to keep me on my toes? Well, this is good. I like it, actually. I quite like a few surprises throughout the course of the show. And I know you do as well. £8.95. Okay, I was expecting it to be just about in your double figures, and I thought that was astounding. The reality is, what are you doing? £7.95. I was about to say I would expect that for one of those strands. I would expect to pay more than that in reality for just one of those strands. Do you agree, Linda?
Totally agree.
There's 3.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Can you imagine that with that clasp?
Oh.
You know, you could do your 6-strander with that, because they're such long strands anyway.
And you've got enough.
Exactly, you've got plenty.
So hang on, for less than £20, you have got a solid sterling silver opal necklace.
Exactly.
Natural opal necklace.
And a 6-strander.
And a 6-strander. For less than £20. If you've got that clasp. Oh. Can I just hold this up? Because literally, because there's 3 double strands, I mean, I'm not going to be able to do the graduation. It would go like so, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. What I just would suggest is when you come near the clasp, put about 1.5 inches of chain.
Yes.
From the pink opal to the clasp, otherwise it'll bulk up a little bit.
Yeah,
and you know,
that makes sense.
It's just for wear and tear, nothing else for wear and tear, but just 1.5 inches of chain on each one.
And imagine it would make it easier to actually put on as well, wouldn't it? Because it would be very gem heavy. I love that idea. Please do send those creations into the Wall of Fame, the pictures of, if you manage to get. I mean, this is a gemstone which it does come in an array of colours. I mean, it's one of the most variating of all of Mother's treasures. Black opal, coloured opals, boulder opal. You've got your crystal opal, your jelly opal, your kubapedi opal. I mean, there's so many different varieties. Peruvian opal in those beautiful baby pinks. Peruvian opal from Australia. I've just noticed that. Can we check? Either or, by the way. It's only pink opal is only from Peru or Australia, by the way. There's only 2 locations. And what is it, sorry? Basically, pink opal in Australia has only recently been discovered. Peruvian opal, again, it's recent. So 2 amazing locations, and neither are more desirable, more valuable than the other. So Incredible, absolutely astonishing. Never let the country of origin determine your decision of gemstones. That's not the actual valuing factor, it's the quality of the gem, totally and utterly natural. These have not been dyed, which I find absolutely astonishing. Check out though, because it is going to be a sellout. For one of those strands I would have expected in excess of £7.95, so well done. Box number 4. Oh, I've not seen this before. I've never seen this colour of tiger's eye before. Oh, you're going to love this, Linda. Have you ever seen silver tiger's eye?
Never, ever. Never.
Silver.
Never.
Cashmere, that's a good word for it.
Wow, no, gosh.
Look. I've never seen, we've got 100 of these. That's not, it's not enough. It's really not enough. I've never seen it before.
No, you know, that's completely unique to me.
Recently you saw the fuchsia for the first time.
Yeah, yes, I've seen that.
And your sort of classic tiger's eye. I've never seen silver.
No, I've seen fuchsia, I've seen blue, I've seen classic. I have never seen silver.
Do you want to come and have a look?
I'd love to have a look, please.
Look at these. I will show you, I promise. Wow. Look at the chatoyancy as well.
Gosh, it's amazing. It's like no other gemstone. It is like simple. It really is like no other gemstone.
No, I can't make any comparisons.
No. So, wow, you must get this.
Forgive us for getting all excited. She's like, show us, Elle. Come on, show us. I've been working with gemstones since I was 18 years old. I know I've said that before. I have a long time, and I've never seen silver tiger's eye.
Never.
I didn't even know it existed.
That would be such a great addition for any jewellery maker, because being silver, being sort of that lovely hazy monochrome look, is going to work with absolutely everything. Again, this necklace with the silver clasp.
Oh yeah, with that necklace, with the spinel we've got coming up later on.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I honestly can't compare that. There's a few that you can come a little bit close to, but not.
Labradite probably.
Yeah, labradite probably, but it's got its own phenomena, hasn't it? The tiger's eye. So it's amazing.
I've never seen anything like it, and again, in preparation to the show, I saw cashmere tiger's eye, and I assumed it would be your classic tiger's eye, you know, those wonderful browns or burnt oranges. Gold, I've never seen silver tiger's eye. I didn't even know it existed in this colour. And look at it, doesn't it work?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh well, it's actually. I have to say, to the actual naked eye, it's better than that shot.
Yeah, what you're not seeing is how prominent the chatoyancy is. If you've got the fuchsia tiger's eye, you'll love this. I mean, can you imagine a tiger's eye piece with the cashmere, with the fuchsia, and with your classic tiger's eye, those browns and oranges? Can you imagine a piece with all of those colours, all of that chatoyancy?
Fantastic.
Lots of you multi-buying. I've never seen it in this colour and I love it. This is the first time ever. And when you get this home, it's even better. It's even better when you get it home. The chatoyancy is not coming across on screen. So those tiny microscopic inclusions which make up your tiger's eye are reflecting the light here in the studio and then some. I mean, look at the core screens. I'm not surprised.
No, it is so incredibly wearable. Can you imagine it? Because it's called cashmere. Can you imagine it with all of the cashmere colours, which tend to sort of, in my imagination, tend to be soft hues, so soft baby pinks, soft baby blues, and the dove greys and all that. And that is just going to look, and just with the classic cashmere coffee colours, it's just going to look so sophisticated. It is sophisticated, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a good word for this bundle, sophisticated. Because you've got obviously your genuine gemstones, you've got that phenomena optical effect, but it's not brash.
No, it's just so polished, so sort of finished, isn't it?
Classy.
It finishes that look.
Really, really elegant. Oh gosh, do you know? You can tell I'm getting excited because I've forgotten that I need to bring the price onto your screen. Right, let's do that because so many of you are there. How many have we got left? There's 50% of the stock gone. None of us here in the studios. Claire, have you seen this? No. Have you seen this before, Kimbo? Well, we know Linda and I haven't. Wes, have you seen this? No. Never.
No, absolutely never. I
Not
mean,
just here at Jewellery Maker.
I've been here since we started Jewellery Maker, and that is, hand on heart, completely new to me. If somebody had said to me as a quiz question, name the varieties of tiger's eye, no way would I put that in because I didn't know it existed.
No. No, nor me. I like that. Every day is a school day.
Absolutely, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful gemstone.
Every day is a school day. I mean, this was black spinel.
Yeah.
If you want to add that little bit of sparkle. Oopsie, that was me. We've got the dropsies today, haven't we?
I'll come over in a minute.
How about this with your beautiful quartz to add that sparkle? Oh, look. It is going to be a sellout. Of course it is. And if you think it looks beautiful on your screen right now, wait till you see it when you get it home. I've never seen those cashmere colours, and it has got a silvery-like appearance. Definitely a sellout. Definitely going to be a sellout. Box number 2. Right, you'll need this with that. You'll need this with that. Sorry, Amelia, I'm a bit clumsy this morning. Look at this. You need either the silver clasp earlier on, or something like this.
Definitely.
If you think about how much of a carat weight there is behind that bundle, I mean, you might not use it all together, but this is your big jumbo clasp. It's a good word, that, isn't it? Jumbo.
It really is. It speaks exactly what it is, doesn't it? And to be honest, if you are going to put something that has a perception of heaviness, it might not be heavy, but if it's got a perceived heaviness, it's nice to put that type of solid looking, in keeping clasp.
I agree with that, because otherwise, if you put a tiny bolt ring, it doesn't go,
work.
does it?
No, it looks a bit ridiculous.
It doesn't quite go. Also, what straight away strikes me with this, and it's very easy to attach. You've got a little link there, by the way, which you sort of loop over. Straight away, what I think of when I see this, that's going to be easy to pop on and off.
Yeah, it is.
As the Creature Comforts turtle said, it's easy on and offable. And lots of sterling silver can, if I just look, that is how you attach it, like so and like so. So very, very, very easy, but the quality's there as well. It's quite nautical, this, isn't it?
It is nautical, but it's incredibly clever design, isn't it? That you can slip that off in order to pop your strands on. I mean, if I'd have designed that, I probably wouldn't have thought of it. That's an incredibly clever... Are
you talking about this
bit?
Bit?
That part there, you slip it off, you can slip it off and then attach your strands and pop it back on again. That, for me as a jewellery maker, I think that is the selling point to me, because it's a very easy mechanic.
Now I'm glad, see, Brummy, that's why you do what you do and I do what I do. You see things that I wouldn't see. So as a jewellery maker, you're saying that this is very intuitive, is it?
Very incredibly so.
And we'll make...
That very well thought out, yeah.
And we'll have that lovely finish as well, because it is capped, isn't it? So it's going to really finish off the ends of your pieces. Solid 925 sterling silver. You get one of these, and it is substantial. So if you think about a beautiful solid bracelet, if you like, with this, it's going to be a feature, isn't it? Maybe one of your a charm, if you like. 15 millimeters, $8.95. Wow. I could go on about price comparisons. I know we're not allowed to go, well, I was in X shop and I saw this for that price directly. We have to be a little bit more subtle about it, but I encourage you to do price comparisons. For all of that sterling silver, 925 stamped, for that amazing content. I mean, you'd use this with, you could just get you could have some of those 12 millimeter rounds.
Oh, easily.
And this as the feature.
Absolutely. I mean, if I was making, and it would be a statement, you know, a big statement necklace, I'd either make multi-graduated strands off of it, or I'd use some big slab agates or something like that and have it on the collarbone, the clasp.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hide it, would you?
No, not at all.
You'd want this to be part of the necklace, wouldn't you? Because it is so beautiful. And at £8.95, an absolute steal of a deal. And we have got big substantial gemstones which will go wonderfully with this class throughout the course of the morning. I need to move on. Stay where you are on those phones and do check out. I've got to move quickly because there's a lot to bring you this morning. Now, I'm excited about this strand. It's one that Linda and I were talking about in preparation to this morning's show. You'll love it as well. We talk about faceting of gemstones, how lapidarists are, well, they're artists, aren't they, essentially, and it's not just a vocation. It's a passion and something which has developed over many, many, many years. But, you know, there is a difference between gemstone cutting and gemstone carving. This, to me, I think of sculptures. I think of creations. I think of progressive. I can imagine a gemstone and progressively that work of art coming from. Well, you're about to see it in today's hot pick. Whenever I think of gemstone carving, I instantaneously think of Glenn Lehrer. If you've not heard of Glenn, he's a personal friend of ours here at Jewellery Maker, and internationally renowned for his amazing abilities to not just cut gemstones, for iconic cuts that he has that have basically changed the world of faceting. But also he is renowned for his amazing Bahia piece, which is hanging in the Gemological Institute of America over in Washington. He is one of the few lapidarists who show off an exquisite carving, and it is about 5 foot tall, a quartz carving, very dramatic. It stands taller than he does in the reception area. That's a real skill, a real art form, to be able to take a gemstone, understanding all of its refractive indexes, etc., its hardnesses, take it and learn to actually cut it to bring out the beauty of the gemstone, whilst also showing a work of art in its own individuality. I haven't seen any carved gemstones here on Jewellery Maker since I've come back. I haven't. Not one. I know that we have brought them to you in the past, but I've not brought you them in absolutely ages. Look at the little gorgeous rosebuds that you're seeing with these natural gemstones. Every single petal, every single flower is different, ever so slightly different. I mean, imagine this maybe in a hairband, in a tiara, wire wrapped as a solitaire ring. You are getting multiples on this strand as well. The reason why you haven't seen any in a long time is because it's very labor intensive to be able to carve gemstones. And also, they're always sellouts. I mean, how long's it been, Linda, since you've seen carved gemstones of any variety, let alone the flowers?
Personally, probably 3 months,
Yeah.
4 months.
I think the last ones I saw were little birds.
Oh yes, and little mother of pearl birds.
That's right, the little mother of pearl birds. I think they were the last ones I saw.
Yeah, I've seen some tiny flowers, mother of pearl flowers, since the birds, but I think that's all I can recall. But I haven't seen these pyrite ones. I've seen them probably about 2-3 years ago. I've seen the pyrite flowers, but they weren't so. They were much slimmer version of them.
Not quite so 3D.
Exactly. I mean, they would make a great tassel drop. You know, drop a tassel from, because of how they're drilled.
Yes, they've got almost a pavilion, haven't they?
They
so
have.
They have actually got an underside to the gemstone, which you can sort of attach itself to. These are certainly some of the biggest that I have seen, without shadow of a doubt. You have got multiple here, so you're thinking a tassel maybe as a solitaire ring. I love the fact they're pyrite as well, because pyrite is so wonderfully lustrous. Look how reflective those carvings are. So the petals themselves, and I'll just look at one. The petals themselves, where they curve, where the lapidar is actually cut, sort of carved into the gemstone. Look how it captures and plays with the light. If this had been maybe, I don't know, your rose quartz or your carnelian or gemstone like that, you wouldn't see that much reflection. So a really beautiful choice. I mean, it'd be the gemstone that would choose the actual cutting rather than the other way around. But I love the fact that it is pyrite. So it already extremely popular. I mean, these are some of the biggest gemstones that we've got on today's show, 14 by 13 millimeters, and yeah, they have got a sort of 3D effect to them. They're not flat, are they?
No, they're unmistakably for me a Tudor rose.
Yes.
You know, that stylized Tudor rose, and because they're drilled just sort of on the edge of that pavilion, they would make great brooches.
Yeah.
Because you could wire through and they would then stand proud on the side, and you could really do some amazing wire work with them and build up the side if you wanted to with wire as well. You've got lots and lots of playability. Yeah. I know that's a made up word, but you can use them for lots and lots and lots of different mediums.
Love that. I love that. Playability. Absolutely. Let's bring this price in. I haven't seen carved flowers in absolutely ages. I mean, that's a lot of work for £14.95. How many have we got? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. That's £1 a gemstone. £1 a gemstone. Or 99p to be precise.
They look phenomenal sitting with that silver tiger's eye.
Oh, yes, the tiger's eye that we've just had, the cashmere. Oh, yeah, this would look amazing with the cashmere, wouldn't it? The cashmere tiger's eye. If you want to add that little bit of sparkle, I keep bringing this in, don't I? That beautiful coated clear quartz. This with the black spinel, which is coming up. This with well, to be honest, any gemstone really, because pyrite has that silvery stroke gold colour, hasn't it? Silvery stroke gold. Stay where you are on those phone lines, and congratulations to you. They're the only carved gemstones that I've got available for you this morning, so well done to those of you that were successful. Now, much to bring you, brand new strands, incredible kits, and of course inspiration by the gorgeous Linda, but also we have your showstoppers. Oh, this is amazing. Can I just... I looked over at Linda and she went, wow.
It is wow.
It is,
wow,
isn't
wow.
it?
Yes.
It really, really is. I was saying, these are like gold bars.
Yeah, they are sort of like, to me, I think of them as shards, so immediately I think of sort of dramatic jewellery, but you don't have to do a lot of dramatic design to them because they do the work for you.
Look. Dramatic. Yeah, they look like gold bars with that beautiful, rich espresso tone of your smoky quartz. This is absolutely stunning, this bundle, don't you think? I mean, that's it, that's all you need.
Absolutely, all you need, again, with that clasp, going back to that silver clasp, be perfect for it. I did, on a challenge last week, I did a necklace. I had quite a lot of people contact me on how I did it. So if Kim, at some point during the show, if Kim lets me have that bundle, I'd like to just quickly be able to go perhaps at the very end. To just, it's a very quick how-to.
Kim has said, only if you make her some jewellery.
Yeah, that's what I intend to do. I've put the knitting away and I've put the cleaning away. I'll do some jewellery.
I think she means for her personally.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it was just simply I had a lot of interest, and I thought if we had anything similar to it, I had a fantastic kyanite last week. And I thought if I'd got a chance, I'd perhaps very quickly just show people how I made that necklace.
Absolutely, you could. There is a nod of approval
very
from
simple,
the gallery.
Very simple.
Look, I've never seen this strand before either. Isn't it gorgeous?
No, I've not seen it. No.
They are like bars of gold, aren't they? When I was over in India, Steve actually said, "Oh, this is a bar of gold." And we were talking about we were talking about its flexibility essentially, and how many times it can wrap around the world, etc. But they do, don't they? They look like shards of solid gold. Can you imagine? In fact, can I hold this up to the neckline? Can you imagine this restranded?
Exactly.
Are people going to think this is solid gold?
Yeah, exactly, and it just gives you that wow factor immediately. Just restranded. That's all you have to do.
Yeah,
and it just looks so, again, sophisticated.
I think this is one of my favourite strands of the day.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
I think this is one of my favourites, and that's a tough decision because there are loads of amazing strands coming your way. I think this is one of my favourite bundles, in actual fact, of the entire weekend. Yeah, we will. You can have this. You can have this to play with then, Linda, without shadow. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'd love to see creations with it. I'm excited, and I love the fact you've got the different lengths, if you like. Some are more obscure, some are more, I suppose, precise or regulated than the other. I mean, look down here how you've got sort of the smaller golden shards of your quartz, and then you've got your very dramatic coffee cut tones. I mean, it reminds me of sort of skyscrapers.
Yes. Yeah, it's very 21st century, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Wow, Linda said when she saw this first reaction. Let's bring that pricing, because already lots of you are there. I'm not in the least bit surprised. I'm just thinking this with a pair of jeans, simple top, pair of little heels maybe, or flats, whatever. If you're wearing this, you're going to look amazing. Absolutely incredible. I love those tones. It's $9.95.
Wow.
I'd pay that for that one strand.
Oh, easily, easily. And it's just the perfect partner for Smoky Quartz. Perfect partner.
I want to buy this bundle.
And me?
I want to buy this bundle, Kim. You too. How many have we got? Oh, we had 150. It's going quick. 50 of you have it in your basket. Don't leave it in those baskets, because, you know, Linda, myself and Kim, as soon as we step out into the studio, what will we do, ladies?
Definitely.
Take it out your basket. Yeah. We will. We'll be taking out your baskets. So make sure you're not disappointed, and we won't even admit to doing it. We won't admit to doing it. But at $9.95, you're getting two double strands of your smoky quartz, and of course your golden quartz. We'll give this to the lovely Linda. Do you want to see closer inspection?
Oh yes, please.
Should I bring it over to you?
Yes, please.
I'll bring it over to her because this with one of your kits.
Absolutely.
The next kit.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to take this over to Linda so she can play with it for a while. You'll enjoy it as well. And speaking of playing, now is the time for your wonderful creations, and I can already see beautiful pieces on today's Wall of Fame. Wasn't that amazing?
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous.
It's just seeing it in so close to the flesh as well. Yeah, the amount of jewellery designs that come into your head, it's just
I bet it is inspirational. I bet it does inspire you.
Yeah.
Right, your amazing pieces, and speaking of inspiration, I mean, look how beautifully intricate this is.
Gorgeous.
It's number 275, and it comes from Becky White in Windsor. Beautiful Windsor. Hello to you. This week's entry is 2 necklaces and beads from a bead scoop. Very short and sweet, but what a beautiful piece. And we can imagine that suspended from the neckline,
Definitely.
can't you? Maybe some of those gold gemstones in there as well. Good luck, you're number 275.
There's another stunning set here. This is number 276, and it's from Kay in West Yorkshire. Hi everybody at Jewellery Maker Towers. Here's my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a choker necklace and earrings. All products are from Jewellery Maker, of course. I've used the blue knitted ribbon for the choker with silver plated findings and blue lapis hearts. The earrings are silver plated and blue lapis lazuli hearts. I hope they're all good enough to make the wall, which they certainly are. Good luck to all fellow woofers. And that's from Kay in West Yorkshire.
We're running out of time, so we'll come back to your Wall of Fame entries. Don't go anywhere, because there's more after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
The votes have been counted, and this was your choice as today's first presenter's pick. An amazing decision. Don't worry, you will also be seeing the Neon Apatite for a little in the next hour, essentially. Two visions of colour. Fire Opal, well, let's talk about opal firstly. It's a very unique gemstone. It hasn't got what we call a crystal structure, so it doesn't form in the same way that your diamonds do, like Tanzanite does, like Pyrite tourmaline. This gemstone builds progressively over many years out of tiny silica spheres. It's what we call an amorphous gemstone. This gem contains a high content of water, and if ever, I'm talking generally, not just about your fire opal right now, but if ever you find that your opal is losing its demonstrations of play of colour, it's because it needs to absorb some water. So just simply, I'm not saying put it under a running tap, that's not necessary. What I do is just take mine out and just leave them on the side in the bathroom for a while so that it can actually absorb the moisture that is actually in the air, and then you'll see those visions of colour come again once more. Fire opal, though, is a gemstone which to me really demonstrates the very essence and the localities of this gemstone, often mined and found quite literally just outside volcanic regions. Those cracks and crevices, you can imagine having that warmth, that lava running just below, and those reds almost coming through from the heat and the intensities. It has that demonstration of that explosive beauty, and it is also a symbol of passion and love, and I love that. Volcanoes, you think of warmth and an intensity, don't you? And in the same concept, ancient beliefs are that this is a very passionate gemstone, and associations to the most passionate of love. Look at the intensity and the quality of this strand, though. This is amazingly transparent, because often opal can be so I suppose opaque in many senses of the word. So to actually have translucency coming through from every single one of those gemstones is so incredibly rare. All of the different tones, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, and even the clear, have got that crystal opal beauty. Are you going to be sacrificing play of colour? Of course not. You will still see those silica spheres and the light reflecting on those silica spheres. You've just got that wonderful opportunity to get that natural colour. So those of you that, or those that don't know opals or have heard of fire opal previously before, our jewellery makers are knowledgeable. You understand your gemstones and you're getting excited about this already. Will already know that this is an exceedingly rare gemstone to bring you, and with our connections with Fire Opal over in the USA and in Mexico, if anyone's going to bring it to you, it will be us. That said, so little comes out of the ground of this quality, so little comes out of the ground, that unfortunately those occasions are few and far between. Let's bring this price in. I'm delighted to be able to bring it to you this morning. It's a long strand of top quality Fire Opal, 35 carats, and they are faceted to perfection. big sizable solitaires. Again, you can see that translucency. The play of colour will be within, and all of those intensities of hues, not dyed, not treated in any way, shape or form. This is Mother Nature showing off, yeah, this gemstone is often mined just outside volcanic regions, and the warmth, those heats of previous explosions, I don't know, it might well have been, have got an association with its overall beauty. Let's bring that price tag in for you this morning. My presenter's pick, or the first of my presenter's pick this morning, is brand new, and it's coming your way at £19.95. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me how affordable we can bring you some of the world's rarest gemstones. Two gentlemen called Chuck and Troy, who I had the huge honour and privilege of meeting over back last year, in October last year, where we launched a Fire Opal collection on our sister channel. I was launching it on our USA channel with them. I mean, the passion that they had for actually just finding the Fire Opal, the years of dedication that goes into sourcing this wonderful gemstone. Of course, then we underestimate the fact it's not a given that it is going to be of this fine quality. The more translucent a Fire Opal is, the more valuable it is. It's not just about the colour. We grade our Fire Opal on translucency rather than the colour. So, for example, if you, and we've used the sort of Tanzanite grading system, so the finest quality will have almost like a crystal clear clarity. You've certainly got it here. Isn't that amazing, Linda?
It is. It's absolutely astonishing. I took a strand of Fire Opal to Steve about probably 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And just popped into the office and asked him what he thought about this particular strand. And it was I timed it, a full 6 minutes before he stopped talking. Literally, he was so blown away. It was a full 6 minutes before I could actually say, you're really passionate about this, aren't you? And everything that can be said about a gemstone, he said. And this is his new passion, in inverted commas, gemstone for Steve. And as you quite rightly say, he was saying it's the Tanzanite grading, whereby the translucency being the 1 to 4. Yeah. And this, for me, has got to be 1, because the definity of some of those in there are just so incredible.
Amazing. You don't see it, it's usually quite opaque.
No, and I mean, with what you're wearing today in particular, I mean, you just need to restrand that.
Absolutely.
And it's astonishing.
100%. Well done to those of you that get that. Absolutely incredible. A vision. If you've never experienced Fire Opal before, you know, you are setting that bench, that standard exceedingly high if you're getting hold of that strand. Now, I'm excited about today's kit, because this is, we're going to be talking, I'm going to take my cup of tea with me, but we're going to be talking some more about this medium throughout the course of the demonstrations, and we really want you to be inspired to give Soutache a go. Every single piece that Linda creates, that you create, that you send in, I genuinely think is some of the most beautiful pieces of jewellery. It's got that intricacy, it's got that delicacy. It is very 1920s, which is an era we're talking about in the 12 o'clock hour, in your educational hour. And they've always, they're very wearable, aren't they?
Very, very wearable, yeah. I mean, you can be as delicate as you want, or you can be as busy as you want with Soutache, and it works.
I love this, absolutely love. Now, let's show you everything that you are getting, and then we're going to have a look across all of Linda's fabulous pieces. I mean, it's not just Soutache, you have made other pieces with this as well, but with the gemstones, because there's an awful lot within. I mean, where do I start? Where do I start? Oh, I'm hiding away. Let me move that way. Let's bring the should be price onto your screens first, and I will move these back so you can see them, so don't worry. For everything here, £51.30. That's an amazing deal. We're going to have to be quite quick because there's an awful lot to bring you. So where do I start? At the beginning, Elle. You have got 3 of your spools of your Soutache cord, the gold, a beautiful soft lemon, and then you've got the sparkly chocolate brown here. So 3 of your spools of your Soutache cord, which is flat basically, so you can stitch into it and edge all of your gemstones. So you are getting the 3 of those, all from Beadsmith, so top quality, a good quality brand for you to get hold of your cords there. You've also got your foundation. Now you do need this, and again Linda's going to be talking about this during a demonstration to actually back the gemstone. So it's, you know, it's something, it's a base essentially, isn't it, to sew onto. So this comes your way as well, and there's a lot on here, isn't there?
Absolutely loads.
It's going to go a long way. In effect, it's kind of like felt, isn't it?
Yes, it's like a very stiff felt, and it just gives a great backing to put cabochons onto, so that you can stitch your soutache cord around.
Now, speaking of stitching, you've also got your nylon thread. Now, this is from Abalone. Am I right in saying this is slightly finer?
Yes, it's a very fine thread, and being nylon, it gives it this slipability. I'm using these billety words today, to come through the ditch in the soutache, which we'll speak about when we're demoing.
So again, we'll be speaking about this and why it's really a necessity, I suppose, to
basically,
soutache.
Abalone have come up with that one basically for soutache, but you can use it for other mediums as well.
Other mediums, absolutely. So again, when it's not just about your soutache, but then look at all this. Where do we start? You've also got these wonderful spacer beads. They're in the sort of gorgeous coppery tones. They're the 4mm rounds. 4mm rounds. You get 100 of those, so you know that's for general beading, general jewellery making. So that's included 100 of your 4mm rounds and all your gemstones. And be prepared for all of this. You've got 2 gorgeous cabochons. I love these, and you've used one of these in that piece that we were looking at earlier on. Glossy black agate, and you can see that wonderful luster.
They're beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous luster. These with your pyrite as well earlier on.
Absolutely,
they work wonderfully with that. And then all of your gemstones. Now, with soutache, you want to use the smaller sizes. So for
yes, I mean you can have big cabochons as big as you like, but it's better with your cord really to have perhaps no bigger than an 8mm, and you can go right the way down to 2mm then. But that's what works particularly in the. That hematite there, I just love it.
Isn't it? It is amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Look at that colour coming through. I know, I love this too. Do you know that? Is that Tulele? Is that spessitite? Or is it citrine?
I think it's citrine. Is it
citrine?
Right.
Wow! I tell you what, I thought that was actually spessitite garnet. It's so intensely orange.
I think it's citrine.
Look at the quality. Gorgeous pearls. You've got beautiful faceted round spinel. You've got your citrine there, then your plain rounds, and of course your coated hematite. So all the different colours, those wonderful hues, I mean, piled together like what's on your screen right now. You can see how gorgeously complementary. Yes, with the Fire Opal, adding that to this equation would be incredible. Adding the pyrite that we had earlier on to the equation, just absolute visions. But you don't need to, because everything that you've got here is going to go an awful long way. I mean, Linda, these are gem heavy pieces, and if I just push them forward ever so slightly, I can bring your pieces back in. You've created many, haven't you? Many, 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 many pieces.
Yeah, and I still got tons left over. And it was difficult to stop making, but I knew there's a point at which I needed to start something else.
Could go an awful long way further.
Oh yes.
I mean, that piece there, it's, oh yes, with all the pearls and everything. The girls are saying he looks like a little owl.
Does he? Oh yeah.
He does a bit, yeah.
Yes.
It does look like an owl with his little belly. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Should be £51.30 for everything that you're getting there. The 3 spools of soutache, your 2 cabochons, your Abalone thread, your backing felt, all of those spacer beads and all of your wonderful gemstones, $34.95. It's going to go an awful long way. I mean, how much would you retail that one soutache pendant for?
I actually would put that a price of a minimum of £85 on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have said more. I would have expected a 3-figure price tag for that, considering it is so labour intensive.
It is labour intensive, but it's an incredibly addictive medium to work with, simply because you can have a little bit of a picture in your mind and then let it grow and grow and grow. And some of the most amazing soutache in the whole of the world is done out in Eastern Europe, and they just literally sit together, make pieces, and then all get together weeks later and then make this jigsaw. And there's nothing quite as beautiful as seeing one of these competition pieces like that. They're just amazing.
And you were saying that it's something that you kind of play with, and then you'll go back to.
Yeah, you can. It's a bit like knitting, crochet, embroidery. You can take it up, do it for a couple of hours or whatever, put it down, and come back to it whenever. And it's very, very simple. There's no real. If you can stitch sort of a running stitch, you can soutache definitely.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Well done to every single one of you. Now, we have got a little added extra. So if on the back of that beautiful kit you're wanting to try your soutache, and I really hope you do, because every single piece I love of that. It's probably one of my favourite techniques of gemstones. Then let's bring you another opportunity. 400 carats of hematite. Now, this is probably one of the most cost-effective way of buying your gemstones, even from us here at Jewellery Maker, because I mean, we were estimating there's about 3 strands.
Really?
About 3 strands in this one tube.
There must be.
Probably even more than that. 400 carats, and you can see just how many 4mm rounds. I mean, it's a tube essentially. It's not just one long length; it's an entire tube. So probably one of the most cost-effective ways of actually buying your gemstones. And this is that gorgeous golden colour. So, oopsie, going back to where you were saying the location where soutache actually developed from, it has got that wonderful tone, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, soutache goes right back to, I've tracked it back to 15th century. So it's got a huge history.
Yeah.
And it's sort of morphed along the way, but now it's really big in jewellery.
And I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, it's so beautifully decorative, isn't it?
Well, when Paula Bennett, that's head of channel, went out to Venice last year, she sent me a couple of photographs onto my phone, and she'd looked in this window of this high-end boutique, and there were soutache pieces there, 4-figure euros.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all. So that's why when I asked you, I thought that would have been more of the 3 figures. It's a beautiful piece, and it's everybody I know that has seen soutache pieces today or throughout the course of this wonderful medium. Well, like I said, it's been around for hundreds upon hundreds of years. It's always appreciated, and as you were saying, it is simple to get into. It looks an awful lot more complex.
Exactly.
400 carats though for your golden hematite, the tubes, which works out, I mean, it could well be over a metre in actual fact. I don't know, I haven't actually restranded it, but it's a very gem heavy tube, and a cost-effective way of sourcing your gemstone. They are the plain rounds, so you've got that beautiful glossy luster that of course you see in hematite, and that golden tone, which is so beautifully reflective and complementary of all your different findings. Already we have got lots of you on the web. We've got multi-buyers. I'm not surprised, because they go an awful long way, don't they? And wait till you see your price. Just think, how much would you expect for genuine gemstones, a strand of that length? How much would you expect to pay? Well, you've got multiples of that, because look, if I turn it, it's very deceptive, these tubes, aren't they? They're very deceptive, because you can't quite make out just how much are in there.
Yeah, it'd be like one of these competitions, guess how many beads.
Yes,
and
that's
probably
right.
Most of us would be sort of way under.
Way under, absolutely. Yeah, it's very, very deceptive. So do us a favour, someone count them so we can work on a base of an average. It's coming your way at an affordable price tag. For all of your individual 4mm rounds, £9.95 only. And an individual strand at that price tag would be amazing for hematite, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we saw, I think it was it Laura that did those flowers, those gorgeous flowers with the hematite rounds? Sarah Elvin, that was it. Sarah Elvin did use these tubes, and it was very heavy with these the hematite rounds, and she still had tons left. Still had tons left. Don't forget, I have got lots of new ins because on the back of this, on the back of the kit, which we're coming back to, and we've got Linda's demonstration, we've also got 2 brand new strands of spinel, which is just amazing. And of course your Neon Apatite and those beautiful shells, which are coming your way. Super affordabilities, one of the most affordable spinel strands that I've seen. Okay, so keep on dialing through on that. Which one are you going to be demonstrating?
You see the first pair of earrings there that
Yes.
I just done in the metallic Soutache. I'll go through that because that's basically a starting point. And at some point over the next few weeks, we'll learn how to do a cabochon. But if you learn how to just Soutache a bead first, that's the starting point, and then learn how to Soutache a cabochon later on, then that's it. You've cracked it basically. You've cracked both ways of introducing Soutache to a gemstone.
They're so beautiful, like a work of art, aren't they?
I haven't backed them simply because I hadn't got enough time. I tend to do my on-air pieces and then I take them home and put a backing on, because you can put an ultra suede backing onto them just to cover the mechanics at the back, but it's sometimes worth not doing that, so that if I need to, I can point out sort of the mechanic I'm talking
for
about.
demonstrational purposes,
point it out at the back. So to start those particular earrings, or it could be a pendant, I am going to go straight in with 3 strands of Soutache. Now, as a beginner, you might find it easier, exactly the same method, but you might find it easier to do 1 level at a time. Don't let me confuse you, because you're using exactly the same technique, but each time you're adding your layers, okay? Now, Soutache, as Elle has mentioned, has got this sort of channel running through the centre of it, and we call that the ditch, just in there. So basically, stitch the ditch.
Stitch the ditch?
Yes, stitch the ditch, because you'll find that if you go through the ditch, the needle will go through just like butter. If you're not actually in that ditch, then you'll feel a little bit of restriction, so you know that you're not in the right place. The reason for the ditch being is because each level of Soutache then can stay parallel to the level underneath or on top of it, just to keep it neat. So I've taken a size 10 needle. It needs to be a fine needle. And the size 10 is fine with this particular thread that we've included in the kit here.
So that comes included as well?
Yeah, the thread does. The needles we are just waiting on. They should be in any minute, otherwise I would have included them, but unfortunately they haven't made the delivery date. But they'll be in any minute now.
But an ordinary fine needle.
An ordinary fine beading needle, size 10, 11 or 12.
Lovely.
Okay. Now, I've cut 3 lengths of Soutache, the bronze one here. Now, when
approximately what length is
this
that?
is approximately probably about 6 inches, 7 inches. Now, be generous with the Soutache. Never underestimate where you cut off a piece of Soutache, because you can't really add it when you're doing sort of a component piece, other than when you finish off to add a different colour. But when you're going round a bead, you need to have plenty. Okay, it gets cut off, but you can keep your little strips if you want to add to resin and all sorts of things. So what I've done is I've layered up my 3 levels. I'm sorry again about the overhead. It was meant to be in last night, but unfortunately that hasn't happened, but it will be any minute now. So I basically got my 3 levels of Soutache together. Now what I need to do now is to get my needle. I've got a little knot on the end of the needle, and you simply pop the needle into the ditch. Again, I apologise.
Stitch the ditch?
Into the ditch, and it goes through all 3 layers of the Soutache through the ditch, so you can see it's going through really easy. I've come from the outside, so my little knot will be on the outside. You can then cut that off. Normally there may be another layer of Soutache go on top of that, so if you're using various colours of Soutache, it might be a nice idea to look out for matching threads, just to keep a little stash of. But just because I'm doing this on air, I wanted you to see the white easily, rather than a matching thread. And then I just pull through. And then basically it's going back again about 1 millimetre from where I've just come through. I'm going to push the thread back
through the ditch,
again, through the ditch, and again. And then, avoiding splitting that knot, I'm coming back just beyond that knot, back again, through the 3 layers, and bringing it through again. Now, at this point now, I can add on one of my bronze pearls. So I just pop that bronze pearl on there, hold the pearl, hold the Soutache, and come through. Now, the thing with Soutache one thing that you need to remember is tension. And all I can say about the tension is zero tension, because if you do have a little bit of tension and you pull on the soutache, it tends to pucker and you won't get a sort of a really nice smooth edge. So no tension at all. So now I'm looking at where my pearl is meeting the thread on the other side, okay? And I am now going to pop my needle from the inside all the way through the 3 layers, and again, pull through. Be careful of catching the soutache threads in your core, in your beading medium. That's into this. This is actually called Eslon thread. It's a very fine Eslon thread. It will tend to catch. So every time you pull the cord through, just do it slowly and watch the path that it's coming through. So now I've exited on the outside. So now I'm going to start to wrap around now. So what I need to do now is head back through the bead. So if I'm just going through those 3 layers of my soutache, I just pull it apart slightly, and I've just now in my sight, and you'd see it with the overhead, is that now my needle is going straight through the pearl, and then it has to head out through the 3 layers on the other side.
Ah, I was wondering how you do that. So you've just used the whole of the pearl.
Yeah. So now that pearl now is wrapped inside
isn't that lovely?
that soutache. So all I need to do now is to bring these 3 layers on either side, the 6 layers together. So I just, again, about 1 millimetre or 2, I put my needle, and it's just come through all of those 3 layers on the one side, and then I'm just going to head for the 1 layer on the other side. Okay, just 1 layer on the other side. So straighten up the needle, pop it through, and then again slowly pull together. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling 1 layer from the one side together. This is what we call the neck, okay, a tight neck, in order to give me the ability to do a coil. So now where I've just exited, just beyond where I've exited, I take the needle back through, and then this is the only time that you give a little bit of tension onto it, because you're pulling those 2 together. Now I'm going to bring in the final 2 from the other side and come through all 6 layers. Okay, now you will take your time at home. I'm going quite quickly with this. I think Elle needs to come in with something now, Elle, while I finish off this neckline.
Whilst you're just doing that neckline, because we've had a brand new delivery, a brand new arrival, and it's just arrived here in the studios. I mean, have you ever seen a strand of spinel before? I mean,
no.
Beautiful luster, and when it comes to your black spinel, as we know, this gemstone is more, well, black spinel is most definitely opaque. It's that the polish is the more of a reflective surface, the more valuable the spinel is. This strand, there's an ever so slight graduation. I would be inclined just to, it's literally just arrived. I mean, it'll work beautifully with this Soutache.
It was graduated. Now you're telling me. It's
ever so slight. I'd be keeping it exactly as is. Now, can you just confirm that though? I mean, I do sound like I'm. Can you please confirm? Kim, what is this going to? We're bringing it to you at a single figure price tag for spinel of this quality. Gosh. Plain rounds of this size. I mean, have you seen plain rounds of this size?
Never. No, never. It's undeniably spinel as well, with the glow and the gloss from it. It's all the way through the gemstone, isn't it? That deep midnight gloss, yeah.
It's the very definition of shine and luster. Yeah. Kim is saying, well, Elle, there's none on the web available. This is the only strand of black spinels that we have, which are of this size in your plain rounds. Yesterday we brought you black spinel in your pear cuts. Sold out, didn't they, Kim? flew out. It was pretty much an on-screen sellout. I think it probably was. But I mean, that was amazing at £17.95. This is going into a single-figure price tag. If you're with us on the web, aren't you glad that you're checking out? Well done. Telephone bidders, be there, be poised. Rounds are the easiest shape to actually work with. I mean, your classic beading. If you're watching Jewellery Maker for the very first time, I mean, this to me, I never confess myself to be a talented jewellery maker. I'm not. I mean, I'm fascinated by all of the creations that our guest designers and also you make as well. But to me, I haven't got the ability or patience really to really get into jewellery making. I love gemstones and I love jewellery. I love wearing it. If you are thinking about a new hobby, and I have made jewellery pieces, don't get me wrong, but they are very simple, classic pieces, standard sort of rethreading. This is the best shape, size, to start your gemstone journey. Any jewellery maker that's been with us for any length of time will absolutely agree with that. Any jewellery maker that has got an established stash will be watching right now thinking, hang on, black spinel, gemstone which is associated to Tiffany's & Co, Lorraine Schwartz, to Chanel, to Cartier, to all of the big designers, to Gucci. Spinel is becoming one of the most sought after gemstones, and in fact it is in reality. Let's not say as if it's imminent. It's there. Big designers. Think of, and I can't show you a picture, but I want you to research Angelina Jolie black spinel necklace. She wears, you know which necklace I'm talking about, don't you? She wears on the red carpet a black spinel, slightly graduated, and it is ever so slight. Yes, it's in rose gold. Graduation necklace on the red carpet. Of course, she looks amazing. You could replicate that with this strand so easily, and you can bet your bottom dollar it would have her necklace would have been a four-figured price tag, and then some probably, because it would be the name. Over half the stock has gone. Let's bring that price tag in. Replicate Angelina Jolie's. I can't believe we're bringing it in single figures. I can't believe it's under £10.
No, it's not somehow right. It doesn't work with the quality of that gemstone and that price, does it? That's Jewellery Maker all over.
It is. I think the best thing to do is not try and get your head round it, just respond. That's the best thing to do, because I can't get my head round it. I really can't. We knew that this was coming. We knew that we were going to be able to bring it to you this morning, and we kind of scratched the surface, kind of touched on the fact that this was coming your way. I haven't spoken about it hugely this morning because we know that without shadow of a doubt it's going to be an on-screen sellout. They're sizable rounds. The first time that we're bringing them to you in the plain rounds of this sheer size, and most certainly the first time I'm seeing it in a single figure price tag. If you have got a tablet to hand or a laptop, or you're on the PC right now, just have a little look at that Angelina Jolie necklace and you'll see the distinct similarities. Hers is a graduation, rose gold around the neckline, and she thinks she wore it with a black dress. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Is there still opportunities there, Kim? Not many. Not many. We've got telephone bidders on the phone lines. Before we could proceed, Linda, we've all been in absolute awe of this strand. Because it has to come in at the same time. It really does have to come in at the same time as this one. Yeah, I think you're quite right. Because they go hand in hand, don't they? They absolutely do. And that will be making such... Well, Elle's got to do her presentation on it. But no, it's the two diverse effects of spinel. And I love it. I absolutely love to think that you can have a gemstone presented in a different form, but it's still exactly the same. And these together, because basically they're the same graduation, these together, one, 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 one. You see what I mean? Yeah,
one there and then one
there.
Fab, it's so elegant.
Don't you think it's like satin and velvet?
Yes, I do. I was actually thinking of a choker when you said that then. Yeah.
Satin and velvet. I mean, that's essentially fabulous. What you're seeing. I love that with fashion, with jewellery, it's texture. I love texture.
Absolutely, and this is giving texture, and when a gemstone does that, it's a miracle for me, a total miracle. And it's just beautiful. It
really is.
It's unusual.
But yet simple at the same time. It's understated. I mean, you think about maybe, I don't know, velvet is. Do you remember? I've got a velvet skirt, a black velvet skirt, and because it has got that texture behind it, I'm going to bring the satin in now as well, because I just think those two next to each other are absolutely beautiful.
Well,
aren't
that's
they?
it. There's your velvet skirt with your sort of satin edge on it. You know, I mean, it will work in fabrics, but wow. It works in gemstones beautifully.
It really does.
Together. I love one colour jewellery.
Yes.
But if you can get a different texture to that one colour, then that's more of a bonus.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Never seen it before. We're very excited about it. It's brand new. It's premiering. It launched. Well, rather, it arrived only yesterday. Can I let you into a secret? Whilst you're dialing through, whilst you are actually dialing through, it's so new that our management check this out. Right here, right now, this moment in time, live television, still are not in agreement on the price point.
Oh, right.
It's that new. And that new and that exclusive.
Watch your back, Kim.
Right now, Martha, who's not too far away from me, is still hasn't decided where the actual approved price point on it. Well, we're going to have to make a decision pretty soon, aren't we? Oh, I've never seen anything like it. It's that texture. It's kind of that polar opposite whilst not being. I know that's a total contradiction, but it's.
Yeah, I know. I think you're struggling to find out, and I am too. I just wish I could find the right words. But to me, it's giving me, as a jewellery maker, it's giving me an opportunity for one client who likes her smooth, shiny surfaces, for another client who wants that added bit of drama and have that sort of frosty look to it.
Yes.
Same necklace, slight variant on it, but that's giving me a double whammy there. But mixing them together again, absolutely fantastic. But I know I can think of two people now immediately would love not
this.
literally would bite my hand off for me to do them. A pair of earrings and just a single-stranded necklace. My one client would like it in the frosted, and the other one would like it in the sheen. Yeah, for definite.
Yeah, I can see that, and I also think, you know, if it's a red carpet event and maybe you're wearing I don't know, a satin dress or something, then I would go for the opposite.
Exactly. That's what these two ladies are. That's exactly what they would wear.
Yeah.
You know, one would wear the black satin and then the frosted spinel, and the other one would wear the sort of velvet with the sheeny, shinier one.
Love it. Have we had a decision? We've had a decision. Apparently, I heard it in the background from the gallery directly. Our management have made a decision today. Yes, the most affordable launch price point. So this is pure and simply because you are watching on the launch. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love the fact that Jewellery Maker management like to keep us on our toes, don't they? Wow. This is literally live on air. Live on air. I had no idea what this strand was going to be going to. I discovered that this was going to be in single figures. And then, well, I tell you what, Elle, given the fact that you and Linda are talking about how they should be worn together, the fact that you've got that satin and velvet contrast, let's bring them both at under £10. I thought, yeah, £9.95 would be incredible, but £7.95?
Amazing. I mean, later you're doing this 1920s.
Yes.
Perfect for that. Can you imagine a tassel?
Yeah.
Using both strands, the shiny and the less shiny together as a 1920s tassel.
Sewn onto lace.
Yep, absolutely wonderful. I mean, you're going to get your money back so many times over from this, from doing a simple stranded to doing something a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex, a little bit more design work into it. But just a pair of earrings, using the sort of frosty one, and then dropping one of the slightly smaller shiny ones from it. The movement, it's just beautiful.
Beautiful. And by the way, if you want to get the polished spinel, the graphics are there we are, it's at the bottom of the screen. Yes, you can see that £9.95, basically less than £20 for both of those. I've never seen spinel in its unpolished state, and I love it, absolutely love it. Well done to every single one of you. Okay, so Linda, whilst we've been sort of yabbering away, you've been busy creating these beautiful pieces of earrings. So you've encased your pearl.
I've encased my pearl. Now I've just chopped off that little bit of excess that was the first notch, and now what I've done, I've got this little sort of neck here. I've brought together the Soutache through the 6 strands of Soutache there, and where my thread is exiting is where I'm going to start a first coil. So I just take the 3 strands on that side and I pop on one of the little copper spacer beads, which are absolutely fantastic against the bronze. So you can see I've just popped it on there, and it's literally laying in that little corner there. Again, looking at the bead, looking at the size of the bead, I take my needle. Always work from the inside out, never over. Always retrace your pathway with Soutache. So you go through and then back, basically through the same path. So I'm looking at that bead, and it's a 4mm. So I've gone roughly 4mm from where that bead is sitting, and then just pull that through. You see that's going to now sit in that little corner of the pearl. So what I need to do now, I need to coil it round. So I need now to track around. So where my thread has exited, I leave about 2mm and then go straight the way through, all the way through those 3 layers, and very gently pull my cord through. And then again, you'll be surprised how many stitches you need to do to take out this round in a circle. You can do very small ones, but when you tend to do very small ones, you tend to pull a little on the tension. So don't worry about doing ones about 2mm wide. Again, pull through. Now this has got to come all the way around.
Oh yes, so
and literally, so you can see, can't you, Elle? Yeah. I need probably 2 more stitches, and we need to exit on the inside. So I'll do 1 more stitch through, sort of going round the circumference of a circle. It's quite a way actually. So again, I'm just going to come back through.
So you're literally stitching.
Excuse me.
Stitching
and stitching. So this is just a running stitch every time. Gently pull it through. Now this should do it now. Now what I need to do with this particular design is I need to bring it up so that it meets the outside of the Soutache that is now sitting around the pearl. So I take my needle back through those 3 layers. I pick up the outside layer of the Soutache around, and then just find my way through. You might find, I'm using the metallic, and sometimes the metallic is slightly more firm than the sort of one colour, and you'll feel yourself hitting the pearl, but you don't want to hit the pearl. Basically, you need to come out at the back through that layer of Soutache, in between the pearl and the Soutache.
So you've kind of gone out the back.
I've gone out the back. I've just caught my very outside layer of Soutache, bent the needle to 45 degrees and come out at the back of the pearl, okay? So moving my Soutache out of the way. And then, again, this is the time where you can have a little bit more tension.
Just wondering, with a pair of earrings, is it best to do one at a time so you know what journey you've travelled, I suppose, with your stitching, or do the 2 at the same time?
I would always do the 1 earring first. It's a good question actually, Elle. Do the 1 earring first, because the gemstones you are using, although gemstones by the nature of being a gemstone aren't exactly all spot on the same size, because they're gemstones. There might be like, you know, a minimum of a millimetre out, but because they are basically the same size, then the journey around doing the design that you're doing, the journey around will be exactly the same. So do the 1, and by the time you've finished one of the earrings, you can look at it and you know exactly what to do next time. Okay.
So it's in a sense the first one that you create is your template, then, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is. I mean, by all means, there's no hard and fast rules. If you want to do it that way, work on two together, well, by all means do it, but I never have. But I've always found the second one much easier. The first one is more thought out, and the next one is just a copy of. Yeah, okay. Right? So now I'm bringing the needle back on that pathway from behind, just to consolidate that pull in there, okay? Now I would do that 2 or 3 times, in and out, in and out. I know we're against the constraints of time, so I'll try and whistle through. So now I'm just going to pop on one of these beautiful little faceted black agate. That's going to come on the outside of here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I want to take this around. So where the bead is sitting, I need to track my pathway again by popping in my needle from the same side that the gemstone. As I say, never, ever, ever be tempted to go over and back through, because obviously you see the thread.
Yeah.
So again, exactly the same thing. I mean, it's exactly the same technique every time that you work with your soutache, by it being a running stitch and pulling the threads around various beads. But it's the design where it shows. Every single design is unique and can be so. Yeah. Okay. But the actual technique is the same every time.
Yeah. And if you were doing like a collar or a necklace, because it wouldn't matter if it wasn't mirror reflective.
No, it doesn't have to be. I mean, I love asymmetry.
Yeah, same.
So, so consequently, this is a joy for me, because I can really indulge my asymmetric leanings with soutache. Heavily, actually. I mean, I've been working on a massive piece at home, and it's probably 6 months away yet, but sort of a catwalk piece, you know, and I just pick it up on odd occasions and do all different colours. So what I've done now is exactly the same as I did with the copper bead, is I've just worked my pathway around. Now I'm going to tuck this now behind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that now is just tucked behind. If you can just see, instead of sewing into the side, I've literally cascaded the bead in the centre of. I've tucked it behind. Now I'm going to jump a big stitch, and I'm going to come through the centre of that and pull through again. And then it's just a matter, this is the beauty of the soutache thread, is that you can hide your stitches by literally pulling it through and doing your little sealing technique there. I'll carry on with that while you bring over.
Okay, so whilst you're stitching, we've again just had a cheeky little bundle arrive. Amelia put them before me. Look at that. I mean, don't they look beautiful just like so?
Absolutely.
If you love your chainmail, or you are a general jewellery maker, then this is all for you. I mean, these are essentials to any jewellery maker stash. You do need your jump rings to obviously finish off your pieces. And I know that having spoken to Fleur about chainmail, you could create multiple bracelets with this gorgeous bundle. The different sizes, and I will you've got, thank you Wes, you've got various different gauges. So the large is, in terms of dimensions, 5mm, 6mm and 7mm. So these are the large. If I just thread some of them onto your tweezers. So 5mm, 6mm and your 7mm. They're the 7mm. And these are your silver plated copper open jump rings. You're getting 200 in each size. You can see the quality of our jump rings, can't you? And they're so easy to just twist away. You don't open jump rings like so. You open them like a door, sort of away from one another, and then they'll return to their rightful shape into a beautifully spherical. And again, I was watching Fleur do some chainmail the other day, and of course Debbie Bulford. It's a fantastic. I'm just thinking of chainmail for a moment. I mean, this you could use for so much, couldn't you? But it seems like a really, really addictive jewellery technique.
Well, it is. I've just started playing with chainmail, and I'm in awe of Debbie and Fleur. And I've just, as I say, just started it, and it is fascinating. And I'm slowly building up my different sizes. I started off doing them all the same size, but now I can see the sheer beauty of doing chainmail with different sizes, particularly with the interweaving it around cabs and things.
Yes, yeah, that's a good idea. Excuse me. And you are getting 3 different sizes with this, so going back exactly what you were just saying then, using the different sizes, and the thousands upon thousands of different links that come with your chainmail, but also you need them for your general jewellery making, so these are absolute essentials. You'll certainly need them for your soutache, you'll certainly need them for your beading. Any piece pretty much does actually have a jump ring attached to it, so absolute essentials. I actually thought these were sterling silver because they are so beautifully lustrous. They have got that.
Wow, I honestly thought they were. Wow, that's a lot of sterling silver.
It is, yeah. It's your sterling silver, basically overlay. 600 in total, coming really affordable. 600. If you want to multi-buy, you can. If you want to get 5 packs of these, do it. You've got jump rings then that we can't guarantee on every single show. They're always popular. They're always an addition to anyone's order pretty much, aren't they? Because they're essentials to finish off your pieces. So 600, first time I've brought you this quantity, I suppose, in one bundle at $6.95. Are we restricting the quantity that we can buy? Not at all. Or not at all? No?
No,
if you want to buy 5, if you want to buy 10, you can. Sorry, the reason why I asked that is sometimes we do that on our sister channels, and I thought that potentially, given the fact they are so popular and they always sell out, that maybe we'd have to, you know, that you're only allowed X per purchase. But no, you can buy as many as your heart desires.
I mean, it's such a luxury to have that many, because it does mean straight away that you can do a really sort of statement piece of chainmail, can't you? Because you've got so many, because there's nothing worse than not having enough when you're doing chainmail, and it does eat jump rings. But even if you're don't do chainmail, I did a necklace for a friend of mine. She wanted it for holiday, and I did a tumble of it wasn't necessarily chainmail, but it was a tumble of a tassel tumble of jump rings, and then I just put little peridots on the final one, and there must have been 20 drops, and it looked really, really nice.
Lovely.
So it's a mechanic, but it's also a feasible part of your jewellery too.
Absolutely. I forget who it was. Do you think it was Chloe Jones, head of our production, was wearing the other day, and I noticed on it, you know what I'm referring to now, Claire, her necklace, she's got a silver chain, and it looked like individual little jump rings just threaded on, all the same size, and that was the feature, that was the pendant. It's lovely, so lovely. In fact, it's very, 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 very Cartier. Cartier use the rings quite a lot. Over 100 have gone. We've got less than 50% of the quantity being available.
You know what looks fantastic as well with jump rings, and there are certain charm companies that do it, whereby you get 2 or 3 lengths of elastic, join, obviously put loads of jump rings on, join the elastic, and you've got a stretchy jump ring, and you can always then add charms if you want to over time.
Links of London.
Well, this is what they do, and it looks beautiful.
I've got that bracelet.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've got that very bracelet, but they're so tight on that, they pinch the hairs on your arms.
Oh.
I was gifted it. I didn't buy it. I was gifted that. I've actually got that. Have you got it as well, Claire? Similar. It just like catches the little hairs on your arms.
Oh, wow.
I haven't worn mine in ages. Yeah, just those threaded on stretchy
but
elastic.
as I say, there are a significant amount of companies that do just that and just sell them. Is either a base for charms or just one charm carrier and a drop and all jump rings.
Gorgeous. Let's bring you these brand new shell wheels. Look at these colours. Hugely popular. We've been talking about organic gemstones. I mean, you're using in your soutache, you're using your pearls right now. We had your I've gone blank. What did we have as our early bird this morning? Abalone, of course we have. So we've been talking about your organic gemstones and how they demonstrate the beauty of Mother Nature. Don't you think abalone has got that sort of aquatic, oceanic beauty? Exactly the same when it comes to your shell, those sort of coffee tones, which I love, seams of white and latte creams running through.
For me.
Butterscotch.
Completely butterscotch.
Yeah, do you know what we were talking about? Ice cream yesterday when we saw a similar strand. It wasn't exactly the same, but a similar strand. I think Sheila actually said that sort of butterscotch or caramel.
Yeah, sort of Manuka honey colours.
You're making me hungry. You're going to make me hungry. And I see latte. I see a latte coffee.
Yes,
but it'll work wonderfully with the pearls that are included in this kit. It'll work wonderfully with the pyrite. Well, so many different gemstones because it is Mother Nature's sort of backdrop in terms of those beautiful, beautiful creams. 6 by 2 millimeters. Let me just move that out the way so that you can see this. 6 by 2 millimeters in their size. We were talking about just threading those onto a stretchy bracelet. I mean, there's a charm bracelet straight away. It's that perfect shape, isn't it? But with genuine gemstones, of course, if I wrap that around the wristline, you get the general idea, really. Classic stretchy bracelet. I'd wear this, but you know what? I would. My other half, I think, would also wear this.
Yeah, I think that is very across the gender type of jewellery, isn't it? It's very surfer.
Yeah, but you should say that. Claire, you're off to Thailand tomorrow.
I heard her go, "Hey!"
Did you just hear her? Did you just hear her? Yay! She's saying, you need to quickly make yourself a couple of stretchy bracelets with this strand. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Good luck to every single one. 6 by 2 millimetre at £6.95. I mean, Shell, if you go to any sort of holiday destination, Shell jewellery is always there, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. What I like about this particularly, because it's these wheels, is I like the jigsaw of them. I like how that pattern's forming. You know, how those sort of creams come through the butterscotch and that as you add each bead, if you completely take this off this strand, which you should do, and restrand it, you'll get a slightly different pattern from it. You could do little blocks of them because they're sitting like that now. If they come off the strand and be restranded, then the patterns will sit differently. Yeah. And that's fascinating for me.
Yeah, I love that. Do you know what I'm now picturing? Squirty cream with toffee sauce over the top.
This is coming from somebody who ate a beef sandwich at about 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, only because that's all I could put my hands on, and I was hungry. Yeah, exactly. Well, you had a Danish, didn't you? Anyway, moving on. £6.95. Congratulations to every single one of you. Now I can't believe where time goes in a space morning. It just flies by. And of course, we don't want to rush this next section because we did run out of time earlier on. So it's all about you guys at home. Time for you to bask in the glory of your incredible, incredible creations, and fingers crossed, hope for a win in this in today's Wall of Fame. Your wonderful creations, and straight away, what did I say when I saw this piece?
He says it's very Welsh.
Oh, very Welsh. And I went very Welsh.
You did.
And I looked at the back and I was thinking, it's got to be from Wales, this. Whoever's made this, it's got to come from Wales. Actually, no.
No.
Maybe Welsh connections, of course. Number 280, and I can see a gorgeous red dragon. And it's from Mary in Birmingham. Hello to you, Mary. Here is my dragon. I hope that you can tell. Yeah, absolutely, Mary. I told straight away. I could guess straight away what it is, what it's meant to be. Made from wire, garnets, gold-coated hematite and chips. All materials and ideas from JM Naturally. I hope you like him, and good luck to all. And that's from Mary in Birmingham. What a beautiful pendant. And I think, yes, if you're starting to commission these, get yourself down to Cardiff City Centre or Swansea or the Welsh Valleys, anywhere like that. They'll love it. Absolutely love it, especially with the rugby right now, because they're doing very well. They're doing very well, the Welsh team. Listen, I'm not actually Welsh, I just sound it. I'm raised in Wales, so I don't care. I'm on the fence. Well done.
Yeah, as am I. This is an absolutely beautiful bangle. It's number 279, and it's from Angela. Angela doesn't say where she is. Please find attached my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's a wire bracelet that's been based on a design created in the 1940s. I found a tutorial book that had been originally written in the 60s using these techniques that were taught to World War II soldiers, as wounded soldiers, that is, as rehabilitation. I think the history of wire work is incredibly interesting. All wires from Jewellery Maker, and next time I think I'll use the square wire to create it. Angela, that's beautiful. It's absolutely magnificent. I love that little bit of knowledge that you've given us there. It's great. Thank you for
I do as well. That's
Beautiful
half the
work.
appeal as
It
well. The
is.
history.
Yeah, it is,
the history,
definitely.
and if you do go on to sell that, then do share. Do share.
Yes.
Oh, on the back of what you've just spoken about.
Absolutely. I
200
was only looking up ways of creating this particular flower last night.
Such a lovely sentiment. Number 278, and it comes from Victoria Heeson. Hello to you, Heesman, sorry, I beg your pardon. And this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. Tiny little polymer clay poppies. With a little hint of glitter. Good luck to everyone. I love these. Yeah, I mean, sporting these for Remembrance Sunday.
Well, it's going to be next month, isn't it? So
it is not too far away. And do you know what? I think I'm going to be making some. You've inspired me, Victoria. So I think I'm going to be making some polymer clay poppies as well. You're number 278, my lovely.
This is a beautiful cabochon setting here. This is number 277, and it's from Mo. Mo said, it's been a while since I sent a photo into the Wall of Fame. I bought the onyx cabochon pack ages ago, and finally I've had the confidence, with the help of a friend, to have a go at prong setting. I made a little practice piece first to see if I could get the prongs looking good, and here it is, my first ever prong set cab. Hope you like it. Good luck to everybody entering the Wall of Fame. Mo, it's perfect, it's beautiful, it's awesome, and I wish I could work like that.
No, and that's your first?
First. Well, the second one I think will be exactly the same because it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you'll be able to better that. Amazing. Okay, moving on. Congratulations, and do keep those entries coming into the Wall of Fame. Fingers crossed, because of course we have a winner and a runner-up who will be able to spend some JM monies. Yeah. And I know just how much you love spending your JM monies. Now, what do we have coming your way? Well, it is the second of our presenters pick. The average carat weight of this gemstone, hold on to your hats, is 0.15. 0.15. Look how substantial every single one of your neon apatites are. I'm delighted to be able to bring it to you. It's one of my absolute favourite gemstone, especially when it has got that wonderful neon Paraiba-esque blue, which is so sought after by all connoisseurs out there. Not long to go. It's coming on your screens in just a few minutes. And again, more amazing bundles and premieres, and of course more inspiration from the gorgeous Linda. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back after this.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker. Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Come and join Tracy Spurgeon and explore ring making with silver clay. You will be guided through how to work with all the tools, material and equipment. Then Tracy will be giving you lots of inspiration on how to design your very own cocktail rings. You will learn all about ring sizing, creating bands, stone setting, polishing and finishing. The full course includes a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio, and a chance to shop in our on-site store. For full details and available dates, contact our call centre or check out our website. Come and learn with Jewellery Maker.
Book now to take part in the Gemporia experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of the TV studios, meet the presenters and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments, a £20 gift voucher towards your evening meal and a free glass of bubbly.
In terms of summarising the course, terrific fun, extreme, learnt so much. Feel like I've gone away, got a massive, even greater passion for jewellery.
Very good value, very well put together, and yes, go for it.
Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
So the rarity of this strand, first and foremost, is the fact that you have got way above and beyond your average carat weight in every single one of those individual gemstones. 0.15 is the average carat weight in one solitaire, and these are so much more substantial. Apatite is a gemstone which has got, you know what, it's almost got the very essence of us as a human being. Its makeup is very similar to us as human beings. That is because it is a phosphate mineral. It has got a high content of phosphorus, which effectively we do need for bioenergetics and also for photosynthesis. Phosphate is within our teeth and also within our bones, which I love. So it's a gemstone which is almost lifelike. Phosphate is, as a mineral, it translates, the Greek word translates to bringer of light. So expect an absolutely incredible performance of glow, I suppose, internally. That said, usually your apatite can be quite opaque. That is what is more frequently seen out there, particularly in the big sizes. If you've got a certain amount of diaphanity or clarity like these do, then it is extremely, extremely rare. Neon Apatite is arguably some of the most desirable of this wonderful gemstone because of its wonderful swimming pool Pyrite-esque blues, the fact that it has got an electrifying tone and saturation behind it, and there's no other gemstone other than maybe a certain element of Pyrite tourmaline in my eyes that does compare. Different apatite, yes, granted. There's often comparisons with your amblygonite, with your Andalusite, with your alexandrite, often similarities. Neon apatite, however, it is most definitely in a world of its own. Phosphate, so that translates to the bringer of light, and you can certainly see that connection with this gorgeous gemstone. 75 carats, I can't even do the maths. The average is 0.15. How many times do we have the average carat weight within this entire strands? And I know straight away what Linda will be thinking when she's looking at this strand, given the fact that they are back-to-back ready-made earrings, aren't they? Absolutely. All the work's done. Yeah. The size and the calibration is all there for you. And what's that? Sorry, 500 times. Kim's just done the maths. So the average carat weight goes into this strand 500 times.
Wow. That's astonishing.
500.
Goodness me. I was listening to a song on the way to work this morning, on the way to Jewellery Maker this morning, and one of the things was Neon Sky, you might remember there. And I just immediately thought, yeah, I know what colour that is. But that transcends that colour that came into my head.
It really does. It's electric, isn't it? It's an electric blue.
Yeah.
If you think of all your blue gemstones out there, your Tanzanite, your sapphires, your Peridot, your Larimar, your lapis lazuli. You think of all the blue gemstones out there. There is nothing remotely close. Nothing remotely close to Neon Apatite. So the average carat weight of 0.15 goes into this strand by 500 times. Oh, okay. So, Eleanor, is this going to be so exceedingly expensive that it's beyond my budget? I think potentially not. It's a limited opportunity. Neon Apatite we don't get to bring you every single day. This arrived only yesterday here in the studio. All connoisseurs out there will be, if they're watching and tuning in to Jewellery Maker right here, right now, will understand that, hang on, that's Neon Apatite. I know how sought after it is. I know that very definition of sort of a swimming pool blue is ultimately what we look for in this gorgeous gemstone. And I've got that in 75 carats. I'll expect to have to invest in it, but actually you'll be bowled over by your introductory premiere price. I mean, there's no comparison in my eyes of blues. There's nothing which is even remotely close to it, and the fact that it is all down to that energy, that energy which comes from the gemstone's actual makeup. Let's bring that price tag into your screens. Imagine these suspended from the ear on sterling silver findings. It's a gemstone which to me commands your high-end precious metals at £37.95. If you want to make an impact, if you're all about those big bold colours, then Neon Apatite most definitely is one for you. If you love the fact that a gemstone glows, almost has got that living property behind it, then Neon Apatite is most definitely for you, because you can actually see where the Greek mythology, I suppose, or naming actually in connection comes from. Bringer of light.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what I call my Santorini blues.
Santorini blues, yeah, absolutely.
You know, when you see a picture of the whitewashed buildings against those sky and the ocean.
Yes. Yes, it has, hasn't it? And well, you can think about how, I mean, this is natural as well. This is natural blues. I've just recognised that, because sometimes apatite is heat treated. This hasn't been treated at all. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. I've just thought of one gemstone that maybe you could compare it with, Swiss blue topaz. But then again, that's irradiated, so that's not how it actually is on Earth. This gemstone, defies belief when it comes to colours. Well done to every single one of you. I do need to move on in the essence of time. It's back to back, all about colour with your Neon Apatite, and earlier on it was your Fire Quartz. Now, time for your next hot pick. It's going to be a definite add to your order, an absolute giveaway deal for adding that sparkle. You've seen it throughout the course of the morning if you've been with me. Add it to numerous bundles to sort of give that added, I guess, touch of bling. It is your hot pick, and it's up next. Absolute staples, and perfect for adding that touch of sparkle. But the moment I pick up this strand, I think of a beautiful snowy morning. You know, where you see that reflective surface, the spectrum, basically, the colour spectrum of the tiny, tiny snowflakes reflecting the sunlight. And sometimes you see those rainbow hues, don't you, across freshly fallen snow after it's been driven on or walked on, or the dogs have been running in it. Obviously, you don't see it, but it reminds me of those mornings where you throw back the curtains and you see it. Yeah, you know. It does. I mean, it absolutely takes your breath away. Or little dewdrops that are so fat and reflective that you can almost see that reflection in them as well. This to me is a perfect strand for winter. This to me is that winter snowy morning. Your coated clear quartz, and these, aren't they amazing?
They are, they're absolutely astonishing. All I can see is just sort of iridescent rainbows bouncing off of them.
Subtle
Yeah.
iridescence.
Oh,
as well.
absolutely, yeah. Which only sort of that frosty morning can give when the sun first shines on it.
Yeah. Do you know, when I first saw this strand, I was like, hang on, is that rainbow moonstone? I actually thought it might be some rainbow moonstone, but then I was like, hang on a minute, look at the clarity. You don't really see rainbow moonstone with that clarity.
No, there's a little bit more opaqueness into the
These are
moonstone.
so beautiful. I would love to see this with some faceted clear quartz, with maybe those concave cuts that we saw yesterday, to create maybe some white pearls. Here I can certainly demonstrate that. I mean, look at this coming up within this hour as well. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how classy that is. Maybe a winter wedding. The elegance that's coming through. I love, love, love that coating. And never be afraid of coated gemstones, by the way. Treatment of gemstone is standard practice. It's no different to us sort of putting a coat of lipstick on in the morning, and with them being these rondelles, and I'm guessing that you would be looking at maybe earrings or a bracelet or around the neckline. They have got durability. We make sure that our gemstones are treated in of course the correct way. Dial in as soon as you possibly can, because 60 carats of this beautiful wintry strand, which I love, which is a staple to any jewellery maker's stash. I know it's going to be complimentary of so many different things, straight down to an affordable price, because I've just heard Kim, my producer, say how low it's going. Wow, $7.95. Oh, $6.95. Did I read that wrong? $6.95, Linda. Can I just bring in that beautiful black spinel earlier on? Can I bring these in? I mean, look at that for a combination. That monochromatic look, so you can totally change. So the look of the strand, if you want to add drama, then add it with your dark colours. I'd love to see it with your pearls. I'd love to see an all-white piece. All white and clarity of your clear quartz at $6.95. I'm not surprised that the phone lines are busy, and I'm not surprised there are loads of web bidders there as well, like liquid luster, beautifully, like fat dewy drops. You know, when they see them on, you see them on the Wildlife Channel, don't you, where a dewy drop is sort of suspended from a leaf, and it's almost reflecting all of its entire surroundings. That's what these remind me of. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Stay on those phone lines, because guess what? I'm just about to bring you another premier strand, which I think you need both together. Do you agree? Now, if this is not a winter's morning, freshly fallen snow, I don't know what is. Look at that, Linda.
Wow. Just look at my monitor. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Fantastic for, excuse me, a winter bride.
Yeah.
Winter wedding.
On a hair fascinator.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. I can see it on one of those
sparkle.
sort of a crown.
Yeah.
A Snow Queen crown.
Do you know what? I don't mind saying this, and do bear with me. I've bought a tiara in the past for a wedding, and trying to be a bit diplomatic. No. And it's long before Jewellery Maker days. Long before Jewellery Maker days. £300, and it wasn't even gemstones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't even gemstones. It was quartz.
Yeah.
It was, sorry, no, it wasn't quartz. What am I on about? This is quartz. It was crystal, basically. It was glass, effectively cut glass, and it was very, very, very similar shapes. And it was just simply on, like what we sell, a little simple headband, effectively £300. Now I'd make it myself. 25 carats. I mean, look at that gorgeous sparkle. I mean, this is a must for any winter pieces in my eyes. What about these as spacer beads to add that little bit of bling? That diamond-like beauty. I mean, if this was a diamond strand, then you'd be it'd be a high-end price tag. I mean, individually they'd be sizable diamonds. This would definitely, without shadow of a doubt, be the 4 figures and then some in actual fact. But this is a great alternative to that diamond sparkle, isn't it? Because it's got the coating, because they've got the faceting.
I can see it as well on a black dress.
Yeah.
A sort of a little black dress, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then making like a waterfall drop and just putting it centrally there and just letting it drop down from probably 10 attached to chain all the way down through the numbers to 1 and just draping. It doesn't necessarily have to have a chain or anything around it. It can just be pinned onto a little black dress. Yeah,
gorgeous. Or some of that lace that we sell, sew it onto the lace also.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive addition basically to any design, even if you just popped even one and to say some seed pearls, a seed pearl necklace, just one little hint of sparkle
coming through.
Yeah,
absolutely. Adore it. Good luck to every single one. 25 carats, and it's coming your way at just $6.95. So you can acquire both of these clear quartz strands just for less than £20. Bernadette, hello to you, my darling. My daughter just got engaged, so I'm collecting gemstones for her wedding jewellery.
Perfect.
Oh, Bernadette, please take pictures. Please take pictures for us. Yeah, I don't mind saying I was married, and I had a tiara which had Swarovski crystal in it. It's long before Jewellery Maker days, so I wouldn't have even entertained the idea that I would be able to get gemstones, and that was £300 for a Swarovski crystal. I mean, you could create genuine gemstones in a tiara. It doesn't have to be for a wedding, don't get me wrong. I'm going to, next month, we're off to the winter races. It'd be fabulous in a fascinator, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a fascinator would be great on a sort of an explosion fascinator, like a firework. You know, if you just twisted it in and just even crimp beaded them in between. You know, just one occasionally on a firework.
Love it. I love this strand. I want to get hold of this strand as well, because I did say yesterday I'm going to start creating a little bit more pieces in my free time if I can. Really get behind. I love jewellery making, don't get me wrong, I just don't have the time to. So I was saying yesterday, Linda, that I'm going to make sure that I get a bit of me time to do that. And this will also go beautifully with your next kit, won't it?
It will absolutely go stunningly with that next kit.
Amazing with the next kit.
Yes.
So add it to your order, brand new, premier, and well done to every single one of you. And speaking of adding your sparkle, now this has to be a showstopper for me. It's one of my very, very, very favourite gemstones. I adore this colour on so many levels, and every time Kim says, Elle, is there any kind of specific gemstones you want bundling together? Is there anything that you'd like to bring our jewellery makers? It's always, I'd say probably first, second, maybe third. It's always one of the top gemstones that I've asked for. It is, of course, your beautiful green onyx. Look at that colour. Can you see why I love it so much? To me, it's like almost like a Zambian emerald, where it has got that green, but it's definitely got the undertones of blue coming through. It's just, but it's not an emerald green, is it? It's a green, onyx green. It's individual, and it's one of my favourite tones of colour, and it's always a gemstone that I request for you. Don't you think that onyx in the colours that you can acquire, and I've seen it in fuchsias, I've seen it in yellows, I've seen it in oranges, I've seen it in blues, how it has got almost, I suppose, I'm trying to think of the right word, a neon colour. And I almost feel inclined to do this. You can see how you can see how Neon Apatite and Onyx itself have both got similarities, whilst being polar, they're not the same colour, obviously. They've got similarities of how they show off their colour.
I've just turned and looked at the monitor over there and I thought, wow, what's Elle done? That really works.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really, really works.
The blue with the green?
Yes.
Do you think it's because, and I'm trying to compile this sentence as best I can, and I'm not finding the words. Don't you think that the Neon Apatite and the green Onyx have got similar displays of colour? As in...
There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there. It's almost like an emerald working with a Celanese sapphire. It works. You know, Colombian emerald with a Celanese sapphire.
Yeah.
That would work now. I can see that now. But that, when I put my head up there and I thought, whoa, that looks absolutely gorgeous.
It glows, doesn't it?
I would add that as a, I would add some of those as the strand.
It
really works.
It does. It brings out the undertones of the blue, doesn't it? Of the green, rather. Love it. Absolutely adore. You don't have to. You don't have to put any additional gemstones. I'm going to take this off because I have to get hold of it. How many strands have we got? Three strands. Last time that we brought you green Onyx, it was non-screen sellout. Believe me, I would have got some myself because I love this gemstone. It reminds me of Angelina Jolie. I keep referring to her. Do you know I was watching a film with her last night? That's why. Oh, well done, Elle. That's a lovely combo. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
It did. There was something, I can't put it into words what happened then.
I suppose it's not. I was putting them together because not necessarily thinking, oh, they would work as a piece. That wasn't my first thought. But the fact that they display their colour the same way.
Are they together on the rainbow? Red, orange, yellow, green,
orange.
Blue. Yeah,
it is.
They are. So they work in nature then, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. That's astonishingly beautiful.
I love green onyx. If anybody makes a necklace like this, will you get in touch with me? Because I will buy it off you.
It's beautiful.
In a flash, in an instant. Because the reason why I'm saying that, I'm not even going to entertain the fact that there's enough of these to go around.
Gosh,
we've got big quantity, don't get me wrong.
Gosh, that's gorgeous.
It's flying on the web because you can see the price. You can see the price factor. Should we make it fair for everybody? Of course, of course. Are you kidding me? $6.95, Linda. I want it. I want it.
It's how to spend £6.95. There's a million ways you can spend your £6.95, but my word, that's got to be number one way to spend your £6.95, hasn't it? It has to be. It's almost the actual nuggets as well are really beautiful. They are almost like that drink. You know that drink you get that tends to dissolve eventually, a slushy thing that when you've got them all together, then because that drink comes in primary colours, it's quite slushy looking.
Right.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Well, that has always fascinated me. It's like melting ice.
Yeah.
And they just sat together so beautifully, and you've got that sort of icy tones, sort of crumbling from it as well. I can't put it into words, but it just looked magnificent.
Do you know, if you were to say, right, let's eradicate our mind of the big five for one moment, because we all know the big five is pure and simply down to marketing. Because diamonds aren't the rarest. Diamonds aren't the rarest, sapphires aren't the rarest, rubies aren't the rarest, emeralds aren't the rarest of gemstones. Okay, 100 of you have got this in your basket. I love the fact that you're loving green onyx too. Yeah. Yes. The call screen is jam-packed. I can't see you currently because is it across how many screens? 3 of you. I love the fact you love green onyx as much as me. Going back to what I was saying, let's forget about the big five for a moment, because that's marketing, and the fact that there's enough to support the multi-million pounds worth of marketing behind it. Actually, many gemstones are rarer than all of the above. If we go on beauty, surely this green would make it into the big five.
It did have to, without a shadow.
In my eyes, it would.
I think in all the people at the moment that have got it in basket, it would with them as well. And to be honest, I think you'll be shocked when you get this home, the vibrancy of this.
Yeah.
It's such It's such a bountiful, beautiful, astonishing colour that only green onyx can give you. I can't think of another gemstone that gives you that special green. It's a one-off green that only green onyx can do. It's got that real sparkle to it.
Oh, Kim, how are we looking on quantity? Because I want... It's selling out. See, I knew I shouldn't entertain it.
Yeah, no, exactly what it's going to at that price, isn't it?
It's going to sell out. I'm going to have to treat myself to some green onyx because every time that it comes on air, it sells out. And I'm desperate to just restrand this and make my own necklace. I'm desperate to. I've not seen, and believe me, if any of you, if you're watching right now and you're thinking, Elle, I could restrand that, I could restrand it and make it into a necklace like so for you, you've got a customer right here, because I would buy it. It's always been a sellout, and every time I've brought it to you. Got a text message from Deborah in Essex. Hi Elle, my fave design. And my fave designer Linda. The beautiful onyx with freshwater pearls, gorgeous. Well, funny you should say that. I've got 2 strands of pearls coming up next as your hot picks. Oh, and I totally and utterly agree. Coming up after this. Complete sellout, the green onyx, well done to every single one of you. Now, I was just very quickly in that short break, literally we had a couple of seconds to talk to one another, and Kim and I was saying, can you really call these Baroque pearls? Yes, they're not a round shape, but they are most definitely a uniform shape. These to me are those teardrop pearls. Are you serious? This is going to that price? Oh, okay, that's why. We've got a mega auction quantity. Look how uniformed every single one of these these pearls are. They've got an elongation, but they've all got almost mathematically, almost, of course, it's an organic gemstone. They're never exact. But there's precision matching on this strand. This with that clear quartz earlier on. This, as Deborah so rightly pointed out, with your amazing green onyx earlier. How about I suggest, and the web is already a hive of activity, because you can see the price tag. Don't worry, because we have got over 300 of these available. Brand new, hot pick, gorgeous uniform shape and size, and not your rounds. These for me are your pearl earrings. These for me are a classic pearl necklace. These for me could be just restranded, couldn't they? 9 by 7 millimeter. They can be suspended to create that pearl waterfall, I suppose, and will look beautiful with Linda's forthcoming kit. Grab it whilst you can. So whilst we've called these Baroque pearls, which suggest they're a little bit more obscure in their formation, a little bit more angled, I suppose, and there might be crevices, there might be flat parts, there might be rounded parts, there might be sort of nodules. This, to me, is that perfect teardrop where they've got that elongation. Mega auction opportunity as the web sees just how affordable these 9 by 7 millimeter pearls. They are sizable, they are reflective. You have got that classic pearl orient. You can certainly see the quality, and of course you can see the dimensions and that wonderful size. Linda, you've got your eyes firm on this screen right now watching. Do you know where these are going to?
Absolutely no idea whatsoever. I know what I'd be prepared to pay for them, but I don't know what they're going to.
Is there a stool that you should
there's something I can fall against.
You need to sit down. Don't fall against it. Mate, I don't want you to hurt yourself. Sit yourself down. Or hold on to the desk.
I am holding tightly onto the ruler.
If you're watching at home, sat down, please. health and safety reasons. $7.95. Look at the size of these pearls. But they've got that uniform shape, haven't they? I know our graphics say Baroque, which suggests to you and I, without looking at the strand, a Baroque, you'd think, okay, I know what a Baroque pearl is. They'll have sort of divots, they'll have crevices, they'll have flat areas. It's basically suggesting they're not uniformed. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I wouldn't agree with that for that strand.
No, mate, that's what I'm saying.
For me, I would have, if I was writing what this, I would put teardrop.
Yeah, and me. I would have said tear. They have got that teardrop effect. So Baroque, I completely disagree with our graphics. And listen, I'm not questioning it. I'm not questioning it. I'm just go by your eye right now. Go by what you see on your screen. Almost 100 have gone. That is approximately a third of stock. Loads of new callers getting involved. Welcome to the world of Jewellery Maker. If this is your first purchase, can we? I think it's well as the closest members of the family. You need to take a little bow for this, Linda, because you know this is what Jewellery Maker's all about. Quality gemstones at the most affordable price.
I mean, if anybody, if all of the new customers today look at that strand and look at that price, you know, and think, how can Jewellery Maker do that?
Yeah.
And this is definitely somewhere where you should go and have a look around and see how much your pearls are going to be. It's so easy to price compare pearls because they are everywhere, because everybody loves pearls. They're just a standard. They've been handed down. Younger people like them, older people love them. You know, there's nothing not to love about a pearl. And if you're not into your pearls now, trust me, please trust me, you will be at some point. You will grow into pearls. There's no doubt about that.
I just don't think there's anything more elegant and classy than a pearl necklace.
I don't think there is. It just spouts everything, doesn't it, about the person who's wearing them. I saw a lady, strangely enough, in Venice last year, and she had a multi-stranded pearl necklace on. And she must have been in her 80s, a very elegant lady. And I saw her from like metres away. She was sitting drinking a coffee. And immediately I thought, whoa, look at the style of that lady. Yeah. You know, and she was wearing a triple-stranded pearl necklace.
And you could at $7.95 triple-stranded. Outside of these four walls. Please don't think that's any reflection of the true value or worth. These are genuine pearls. Genuine. They are not synthetic. We never bring you synthetic pearls. Now, we were talking about, we'll stay on those phone lines. There is still opportunities there, but they're very, very popular. And we are probably, how are we looking on stock levels? Less than 100. So now it's that we are down to the minimal quantities remaining. We started off with over 350. This we've got only 150, so it's not enough. Oh my goodness, if you love that, get this, because the two together, wonderful. Now, we were talking, Linda, about how that strand, how we were disagreeing with the fact that they were Baroque pearls, because Baroque suggests obscure shapes, you know, where you have like crevices and angles, which, by the way, I do love, but those were uniform shapes, weren't they? This, to me, is a Baroque pearl. So we've called them nuggets. This, to me, is a Baroque pearl. If you were to ask Elle to name the strand, this is Baroque to me. Do you agree?
Yes, I definitely. It's in between Baroque and Keshi for me.
Yeah.
Exquisite, because what I like about this is the anomalies of the pearl.
I love that word.
Only a real pearl can do that. Yeah. A fake pearl can't do it. It really can't. And I've researched and researched and researched that fact. And a fake pearl cannot do that. That shrieks, I'm real, I'm a real freshwater cultured pearl. And I love that about it. And I love the different anomalies of the sizes, how they jigsaw together beautifully. Yes. It's just so pretty.
If you want to see pearlescence, then it's
the surfaces.
For the surfaces, then look at your more. If you love to see those rainbow spectrum colours in a pearl, so that reflective colour, then go for the Baroques and the Keshis and the nuggets here, because there are angles, I suppose, which will well, point basically differently towards the light, sunlight, I don't know, the light in the centre of the room, whichever, that's where you see the reflection. So start looking at your more obscure shaped pearls. I totally agree with every word that Linda said. I mean, this to me says natural, genuine pearls, and perfect for anybody that is thinking of working with this gemstone, because I like the fact it's embracing its organic beauty, the fact it's saying, I'm not pretending to be perfectly round. Yeah. I don't want to be perfectly round. Yeah. This is me, you know, this is me, and it's kind of, it's not hiding anything, and I love that. I love those qualities.
Yeah, and I mean, as a jewellery maker, if you are sort of a jewellery designer, as it were, it gives you such opportunity for all sorts of designs, but using your pearl. But you can go away from the round pearl and that, and you can still use that beautiful pearl, but you can make different designs. I mean, you can put those two together beautifully, because the Baroque pearl will give you a tassel from it. It'll give you that sort of organic look to it. But for me, the first strand of pearls that you've just presented, I would have for the bride, and then even little tiny bridesmaids can wear the little Baroque and look stunning.
Looks so cute, so cute. Wendy in Conway says, I was in a well-known ladies' clothes shop and saw a pair of plastic pearls with just one drop, and they were £35. I'm so glad you say that, Wendy, because I'm going to be showing a picture which I took in a very big department store during. Can someone grab my handbag? Actually, it's just on the sofa outside, just because I want to show you a picture. I won't do it now, I'll do it during the kit, just when I show you the kit, because there is a photo I took of synthetic pearls. They weren't even genuine, and I'm sure it was either 35 or £45. It was just...
Well, I've actually got, I won't show you now because it's got a combination of photographs on it, but I had to tear it out of a magazine, and it was fake glass pearls, and it was lariat length, and it was £1,035, and I've actually got it in my bag.
Wow.
And they quite actually describe them as faux pearl.
Yeah. So they're still using the word pearl.
Yeah, that's what gets them, isn't it? The pearl, but it's got faux in front of it.
Let's bring the price tag in for you. There's only 150 of these, hugely popular. They are your top drilled nuggets, but I would more call them your keshi or your Baroque, really. £6.95 only. I mean, you could restrand these. They're great for fascinators. They're great for going back to your coated quartz, that winter wonderland look, and you can get all of these strands for less than £30.
Exactly. I mean, when I talk about various prices and price points and things, I'm not necessarily saying this is what you will be able to sell this product for. I'm not, because everywhere is different.
It's different,
every sort of place where you sell is going to be different. But what I'm saying is, when you wear them, they are going to be as good as that £1,000 strand.
100%.
You know, when you actually wear them. I'm not saying, forgive me, I'm not saying, you know, you can sell them from that.
I'm simply
saying that you can wear them and they are the same as that £1,000.
Yeah, 100%. But I think we also need to remind ourselves that just because we're bringing them to you at £6.95 does not mean that is their actual value.
No.
Quite the contrary, because these are genuine gemstones. This is purely down to our buying power. The fact that we do buy pearls extensively. We've grown so much in the pearl market, and of course, probably one of the most significant pearl buyers now in the industry. So well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. We had 150. How stock levels, Kim? Okay. Well and truly, we're down to double figures and then some. Massive congratulations to you. Moving on now, did you say this? I need to see this with the green onyx. I need to see this with the bundle that you're working on, Linda. I need to see this with the pearls. Look at, it's my favourite findings pack. It is my favourite. Do you know why? Because of this gorgeous little swan-like detail.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that lovely? Now this is 925 sterling silver with your yellow gold overlay. So precious metal on precious metal. I'm just showing you one part. There's 90p. Wait, hang on. Last time I saw a findings pack which had this in, it had 40 pieces in there. That was the silver yesterday. This piece has got 90. Whoa. I'm trying to think. There are 2 chains. Yeah, you get 2 chains. How many pieces of jewellery can you create out of 90 findings? I mean, how long's a piece of string, I suppose, but an awful lot. You've got your toggles, you've got your lobster claws, you've got that S-clasp, you've got 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, you've got your head pins, 2 different sort of variations of your head pins. Oh, hang on a minute, you've got 4 pairs of your toggle of your shepherd hooks, your crimp beads, and another lobster claw. I mean, look how much there is. 90 pieces of solid 925 sterling silver. It's gonna go a long way. There's your 2 lobster claws. Can you see those? One slightly bigger than the other. There's your toggle clasp. There's your S-clasp. 2 pairs of shepherd hooks. All of those head pins. 2 lengths of chain. That's one thing that's missing on this picture. You actually get 2 lengths of the chain rather than 1. There we go. This is what you actually get. Look how gorgeously lustrous that is. And that very definite high-end quality, isn't it? You can really see the quality of this behind. And we've brought you some very, extremely beautiful gemstones. I mean, the pearls just. That bundle that Linda, you're playing with right now. To me, sterling silver findings with your gold overlay. You wouldn't put silver with it, would you? Well, maybe you would. I wouldn't personally.
No, I don't think I would actually. And I'm a big believer in mixed media of metals, mixing them. But I don't think I would with that. No, I think it deserves gold. But one of the blue apatite drops with the chain, just one. All it needs is just one. It's just staggering. That colour blue is staggeringly beautiful with gold.
Yeah, I'd agree. This.
I mean, you
gold.
can use both, but with gold, it has that sheer look of abject luxury.
I didn't know that we did sterling silver finding packs in this quantity. Last time we've seen it with the components that are in this pack, like the S-clasp, is, can I just say, this, I would think, would suggest would probably be about £30 in a retailer.
Easily. Absolutely easily. I would tend to use that probably as a pendant drop rather than a clasp. It's got a double whammy. You can use it as connector, pendant drop, clasp, whatever. But it would look beautiful, wouldn't it, as a pendant drop?
It would, wouldn't it? It's like one of the Queen's birds, isn't it?
Yeah.
That clasp.
Yeah.
Okay, 90 pieces. If you haven't got a calculator handy, don't worry, I'll work out the maths for you. But let's just say this. I think this is going to be one of, if not the most affordable findings pack for your precious metals that you've ever seen on Jewellery Maker. It is being price slashed, it is being bundled, you're getting, well, the biggest quantity in terms of components. It should be, and I can't believe it's this price point, but apparently £31.90. Today, one of the biggest price reductions on a finding pack. I can actually hear my producer Kim going, uh-oh. Are you feeling nervous now you've made this decision? £19.95. As Martha left the building for a moment. 90 divided by 19.95, 22 pence. So you're telling me that this lobster claw, one of the biggest, is 22 pence. You're telling me these 2 lengths of chain are each 22 pence. So Kim, what you're telling me is that everything is 22 pence. My favourite finding is 22p. £22p. Isn't it? I mean, high-end findings. I would wear that chain as is with a lobster claw. That's it. Don't need any gemstones. It's that beautiful. How many have we got of these available? Okay, a third of the stock has gone. 40 of you have it in your baskets. We had 150. We're in double figures now. In fact, over a third of the stock has gone. How many have got it in baskets? Nearly 50 of you have got it in your baskets. So on that basis, we're down to the final third. I've never seen 90 pieces of sterling silver. I didn't even know we did that size.
No, I've never seen one. I haven't seen one like that before. I haven't seen that set before at all.
22p.
It's ridiculous. Well, I mean, I said before that before Jewellery Maker, I used to go into our jewellery quarter in Birmingham, which is incredibly good.
Yep.
And I used to buy chain by the inch.
Yep.
And I paid like 80p for an inch of really insignificant chain that you can barely see, up to about £4 an inch.
Yeah. That's the difference. It's not that chain, you know, where you think it's a bit pointless, really. You can't see it. And the pendant looks like it's just sort of...
hanging there, yeah.
It's kind of floating because the chain is so small. Going to leave that there, I've got to move on. But quantity and weight. Okay, moving on to... Oh, which one? Gorgeous earrings findings. Great gift as well because they do come beautifully packaged in your JM packaging. There's 42 pairs of earrings in here. 42 pairs with of course the container. Now they are all antique bronze and the blacks, so when do you see that titanium colour of findings on your screens? Very, very, very seldom. Very easy to use, and obviously there's different shapes. Every single one of those compartments is a different shape. So if I just grab one of these out of the first one I've come to, there's a big quantity of these. So if you're looking at replenishing your findings, this and the latter brings you some of the most affordable. So this has got a beautiful sort of teardrop. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some are curved, some are rounded. Some have got a feature on the front like this one. They both come in this titanium and that antique bronze colour, which I love. Can you see that? That one's got a real curve behind it. Beautiful movement. They're going to work out. Yeah, the black with pearls, that would look lovely, wouldn't it? That monochromatic beauty, working out about 16 pence per pair for 42 pairs. I mean, they're going to last you an awful long time. Mark Smith, guest designer, always talks about the fact that they are, probably the most time-effective and cost-effective piece of jewellery that you'd actually create.
Well, they are. Earrings most definitely are. Have what I consider the best return, because people do buy earrings probably more so than they buy any other piece of jewellery.
I'd agree with that.
Change earrings more regularly, don't we?
Yeah.
So that makes them a lot more cost effective. Have tons of them of various. You can have the same earring but on a different component, can't you?
Yeah.
If you want to, and ring the changes with them. But certainly you've got the opportunity there of giving everybody their choice of colour.
Well, you could have them if you're doing your Christmas fairs. You could have people say, right, okay, well choose your shepherd hooks, choose a gemstone.
Yeah. You can make a pair of earrings with one gemstone and each earring, you can make that probably in 2 minutes. Yeah,
absolutely. And of course, the packaging is alone, because I know that you need to have your packaging. Now, this should be really. See, I would expect. I mean, the packaging surely to be, and they clip lovely. I love that. It's like those little popper. It is really therapeutic. You can see the quality and feel the quality of the actual packaging itself. Listen to me getting excited about the plastic tub.
But it's nice though, because from a making point of view, you can actually see them in there. Oh yeah, I'll open that little one, and not the whole of them tumble out then. You've got each one separate, which is absolutely brilliant.
Right, let's bring that price tag in for you. We're going to bring it to you at the lowest ever price point. Should be £9.95 for 42 pairs. £6.95. These with those Baroque pearls earlier on. Just one suspended. You've got a pair of classy, elegant pearl earrings. Those with some of the nuggets suspended from. I mean, that would look wonderful, wouldn't it? That black colour, titanium colour.
Yeah, the black spinel from the titanium.
Oh, the black spinel.
from
Good
that.
thinking.
And also the pyrite roses would look nice from the
Yeah,
titanium
the
colour as
pyrite
well.
with the. Are you thinking with the antique bronze colour?
I'm thinking actually with all of them,
That's
of
true,
them, but I
it
can
would.
actually see them because the roses are carved. You can see sort of a shadow.
That's
in
true.
the
The
carving, so
pyrite does go with
yeah,
both.
it will. Yeah.
Someone just bought 6 of these. I'm not surprised. And the thing about our matrix box like this, and I've only ever seen them once previously before, is that it's giving you an opportunity. Would you be able to? Would you be able to? Go. Oh well, I want to have. How many pairs have we got on each one? I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 3 pairs in each. Could you? It would take you ages to go. Well, that's 1 pair. I want 3 of those. 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 If you're getting in right now, well, you've got 3 pairs of each, and they're all different. They are all totally and utterly different. Someone's just bought 8, did you say? Of this one pack.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at £6.95.
It's a sensible purchase, really. You've got some nice. You've got the ordinary everyday finding. You've got very contemporary findings. You've got something to suit everybody's idea of what type of jewellery that they want to wear. And you will go through them quite quickly, actually, particularly if you, as Elle just suggested, take and make is what I call it. When I occasionally do a fair, I call it my take and make corner.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Eleanor, hello to you. Got to. Perfect, as I have the chains and toggle clasp to match. Great, I can make the matching earrings now too. Loving the show today. Oh, bless you, Eleanor. Yeah, lovely having your company. And yeah, because I've not seen, I can understand your dilemma there really and why you've pounced on it, because I've not seen that black colour before.
No.
Do we do a findings pack with that black colour before? I've never seen it. You only get it in the matrix boxes. And there's only a couple of the matrix boxes. Oh, look at these. Oh, these are my favourite. I found my favourite. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Love them. Absolutely love them. Stay we are. Do check out. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. Leave those there. Put his little box back. Great stocking stuffer too. Sorry, stocking filler. I'm still in American terms as well, They say stocking stuffer rather than stocking filler. Box number 2. Oh! Two strands of labradorite. Wait. The labradescence. Can you see it from there? In there.
Absolutely. Can I see it from there? I can see it from Mars, I think.
You can see it from Mars. You can. Golds, coppers, blues. And if you're wondering why I've got my hand above, I'm actually sheltering it from some of the light, because sometimes there's too much lighting here in the studio so you don't see the labradescence. Look at those blues and greens. Ah, and every single one is the same. Every single one. You just turn them round, navigate them, allow them to. I mean, you'll do that when you're wearing it naturally, won't you? Your own individual movement. You are getting both of these. It's a luxury duo. 130 carats times 2, so 260 in total, of your graduated faceted puffy coins. This with the black findings earlier on, they would look incredible, wouldn't they? I call labradorite, I think it's like the Heathcliff of gemstones.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
It's got a darkness to it, but also a romance. A power.
Almost, powerful tragedy, isn't it? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Wuthering Heights, you really should. There's a film out there, particularly the one made in the 1990s. I love that, with Ralph Fiennes. Yeah. I've got the DVD. I haven't watched it in a time, but yeah, he plays an amazing Heathcliff, Ralph Fiennes, because he's got that darkness. You can see the romance, you can see the hurt in his eyes, essentially, because it is a tragic film, isn't it? Really, but I can see that in this. in this gemstone. It's mysterious. It is like the Moors. Let's bring those, I'm getting totally overwhelmed with this now, aren't I? Let's bring that price tag in. Flashes of red, wonderful golds, wonderful blues, for all of this luxury. 2 strands off. This morning you're just 24. I mean, when will you get labradite for £12.50 anywhere else? Where? £12.50, this is what it's working out at.
Never, nowhere.
And I know that here at Jewellery Maker you can get labradite. I understand this is your favourite gemstone, so on that basis it's always on our radar. Always, always, always on our radar. But if you've seen labradite elsewhere, you'll know just how incredible our quality is. If you've seen labradite in other retailers, which, yeah, okay, it's dark, it's got those, you can see essentially the body colour, but to have the amounts of labradescence, particularly the reds, which you can definitely see in these strands, because that's the rarest colour to actually get in your labradite, my goodness, that is seldom seen. At £12.50, that's absolutely astonishing. And it's across the entirety, isn't it? It's not just one segment, it's not just one fraction of the gemstone, it's across every single facet, even the girdle facets, you can see that gorgeous glow. And if I cover it, it's only, you can see all of those hues, can't you? No, I don't need to scrutinise it, I don't need to play with the gemstones. All I'm doing is just rocking my hand ever so slightly back and forth so you can see all of the characteristics of every single one. Well done. Check out as soon as you possibly can. This maybe with, oh yeah, the golds that you've got.
Green onyx.
The green, I thought that straight away. The green onyx earlier on. And this with that wonderful bundle that you're playing with. I'm going to have to put that down because I almost knocked it over again. Okay, now it's time for your incredible creation. So make sure you do send in those entries. If you've never entered before, it's dead simple. We'll show you how. But next, fingers crossed for you all, it's the Wall of Fame. We were only talking about it, weren't we?
Yes.
And the labradite look.
Shall I show?
Do you want to go first?
Shall I show?
You go first, my lovely.
This is just happened to be right place, right time. This is number 282, and it's from Colette in gorgeous County Cork. Colette said, "Morning all. My entry this week is a chainmail necklace. It was a bit of an experiment, but I love the result, and I'm keeping it for myself. The jump rings and the beautiful labradorite are all from Jewellery Maker, of course. That is just fabulous.
I'd keep it for myself too.
And me, in every sense of everything to do with jewellery making, it's just fabulous. And the labradorite that Elle has just presented would be stunning.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Colette, amazing.
I'm not surprised you kept hold of it. Well done. I've got number 281. 2 beautiful suites of pearls, and it comes from Marion in Wigan. Hello to you, Marion. And she says, "Hello everyone, here is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame, a simple necklace and earrings made from your Baroque pearls." So there we are, we've just had a sellout on Baroque pearls, and knotted onto silk. Can't stop knotting. Don't blame you. Well, they show off the pearls, so I love that. Good luck to everybody, and that's Marion in Wigan. Lovely, absolutely beautiful. The baby blues and the golds, and nice to have a suite of that too.
Gorgeous, stunning pair of earrings here with the most delightful gemstone, and this is 284, and it's from Angelina. Angelina says, "Hello, my entry this week is a pair of dangly earrings featuring the amazing chrome dioxide, which I am completely obsessed with. They do indeed look like the most incredible quality emeralds and are of course completely natural. Simply stunning stones. Thank you. And that's Angelina. Well, Angelina, thank you, because you can see a mile away that they are beautiful.
And the fact that you've chosen to have them in earrings so the light will get through to really show off that.
Absolutely. You're 284, Angelina.
Amazing. 283. Wow. Look at this. Oh, these are gorgeous, aren't they? And they come from Christine Tinkler in Barnsley. Hello to you. She says, hi all at JM. This is my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. It is a selection of polymer clay pendants I made for a friend to sell at a church fete. They were my first attempts, and I intended for older girls to buy them with their pocket money. I was pretty pleased with them, and they all sold. I just love polymer clay and think I am hooked. The cords and polymer clay were all from Debbie Bulford. She's my idol, and I love to watch her demonstrations. I hope I am lucky this week, as there are so many things I need to buy. Good luck to all my fellow Wall of Fame entrants. Keep up the good work, JM. I watch every day if I can while I'm doing my housework, etc. Totally addicted to you. And that's Christine Tinkler in Barnsley. Good luck to you, Christine. And they're amazing, aren't they? That's your first attempt.
I know, stunning, absolutely.
Keep those entries coming in, and fingers crossed for every single one of you. Now, we did say it was a Sunday morning full of premieres. Well, in every sense of the word, brand new premiere and also high end. We have a new strand of black diamonds coming up after this.
Peridot is a member of the olivine family. This spring green gemstone is also the birthstone for August. It's a really interesting gemstone in the fact that when the light rays are split between this gemstone, you can see the resulting effect by eye. You often see doubling of back facets within this gemstone due to the high birefringence. One identifying feature of this gemstone is it often contains chromite inclusions. These chromite inclusions interfere with the structure of the gemstone and create wonderful lily pad inclusions within the stone itself.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance, as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Tanzanite is truly spectacular. This precious gemstone is only found in one location in the world, Tanzania, Africa. Claimed to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, Tanzanite is the blue variety of zoisite. Tanzanite is extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice to have your company this morning. My name's Eleanor, if we're meeting for the first time. And I'm joined by the gorgeous Linda Brumwell. How are you, lovely?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
You're busying yourself away with your bundle.
Busy, I am.
And we've got your kit coming up next.
Oh yes, I'm so looking forward to this.
I am as well. But I'm also extremely excited to be able to bring you this these black diamonds. They... Oh, wait. Have you seen the cut on these, Linda?
I haven't, no.
Wow, look at that. Ooh.
Can you see from there the sparkle?
You need to put your sunglasses on to look at those.
I've never seen that cut before. Let's bring it down. The faceted drops, the sparkle, oh, look.
Oh my word. Oh, they're beautiful. Again, the way they put on that strand give you such a lot of diamonds there. all picked out for you in pairs.
Aren't they amazing?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh.
Oh.
I'd love to see these just on sterling silver finding, suspended as a pair of knockout earrings.
Knockout. You know the gold sterling silver findings pack that you just did? One on the chain and then the two of the smaller ones on either end on the earring findings.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
That would be an amazing suite, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, black diamonds can and do fetch similar price points to that of their colourless diamonds. In fact, currently, in this day and age, there is a massive desirability for black diamonds because celebrities are choosing to wear black diamonds, and also rough diamonds as well, not actually carved or faceted in any way, shape or form. There's a big following for it, and a lot of boutique designers are sort of bringing those contemporary twists, I suppose, on a classic diamond. To own black diamonds, what you're looking for is that wonderful luster. Imagine sometimes, and the same applies. You look for colour or colourless beauty. In a white diamond, you look for them to be more colourless. The more colourless they are, the better they are. With black diamonds, obviously, that still is. I suppose I'm trying to find the words for this. You wouldn't look for colourless, but you still look for colour. You want to have a smoothness of colour. You want that surface luster to be absolutely flawless. You don't want any breaks in that. You don't want any sort of patches or oily-like appearances across the surface. It's all definite black, so uninterrupted. There is a massive difference between black diamonds and spinel and onyx and your jet because it has got almost a sheen. Do you see that? Like a silvery sheen over the top.
It's just literally the sparkle, isn't it? The sparkle from them. It's like nothing else.
Nothing else. To say that you own this, I want you to be selfish. I want you to get these home, and I want you to keep these. I think they're too special for you to sell. I think they're too special for you to give away, unless they're maybe for a daughter on her 18th or a 21st or a special birthday. Treat yourself though. Make sure you keep hold of some, because this is a high-end strand of black diamonds. And I've been lucky enough to bring you a few in my time. 4 carats in total, all beautifully faceted and drops. Let's bring that price in. High-end opportunity, and yes, it is going to be more considered. This would be like your Baroque of strands, basically. It's like the finest collection that we have here at Jewellery Maker. Brand new, premiering today at £189.95. Yes, I get that is a considered price point, and I understand that it's a more of a considered purchase. However, what you are getting is altogether more considered. The quality of these diamonds are, well, they take your breath away, don't they? Knockout quality. You've got the smoothness, you've got that definition, you've got that wonderful sheen, that gorgeous sparkle, and you don't have to take our word for it. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get this home and you want to take it physically to a gemologist local to you, or even a jewellery establishments local to you, I encourage you doing that. Well done, stay where you are. Congratulations to every single one of you. You have just made an absolutely legacy purchase. It is. It's a legacy purchase that you can hand on for future generations, and it's a joy to be part of that gorgeous journey. Now it is time for your next kit with the wonderful Linda Brumwell. Linda, I'm really excited about this kit because this is a bit of Elle.
Is it?
I know you're going to love it too. Everything that you've made as well. They're beautiful colours. We've got all of your favourites in this kit. Would you agree?
I think so, yes. I mean, the whole thing, the gemstone revolves, you'll see in a minute why, the gemstone revolves around a little charm that's in the kit. So that's where I started, with that little charm, and then worked my way around it.
Well, what's all your favourites? Sterling silver, chain, pearls, peridot, and your mystic. Oh, and your silk threads with your needle.
Yeah.
It's all of your favourites. We're going to put your should be price straight in. Really? That seems really affordable, don't you think? For 1, 2, 3, for 5 strands of gemstones, the spool of chain, can you see that down there? Got your sterling silver chain there.
That's amazing, that chain.
3 metres.
It's
3
beautiful.
metres of sterling silver chain. Did you not factor that into the price on this kit? Oopsie. Kim says to me, no, I forgot about that. Then you've got your sterling silver charms, which I'll get out because that's the whole, I suppose, your inspiration to this kit.
It is.
Your inspiration. Let's just say there's a little... I was only watching last night, what's it called, with Angelina Jolie, where she's the fairy?
Maleficent. wasn't
Maleficent, yeah. I was only watching that last night.
it? Yeah, fabulous film.
Were you watching it? Is that how you've done this?
Well, the little fairy is a specific fairy, and so consequently the Peridot immediately came to mind. And I just so loved every second of making it. And the chain is just... I hadn't actually seen the chain until I opened up the little package, and it's just exquisite. Look at the sparkle coming off of it.
I love every single one of these pieces. The bracelet, I think, is my absolute favourite. I don't know, I love them all, Linda. I always want to steal your jewellery. I always want to steal your jewellery. And then, of course, your gorgeous gemstones. So let's show you everything that we've got here. These are the incredible creations. I'm going to have to just pop them there for 1 second so I can show you everything, so I'm not stepping to one side. Because you've got your little bells. Aren't these lovely for Christmas?
They really are cute. And they actually do tingle.
They do jingle. Let me get some tweezers. 1 sec.
Excuse me.
I've actually got a little jingle. They have got a jingle in them.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? I'm doing it. I just realised.
Anybody that just tuned in,
I didn't realise that I was on camera then. I was jingling the bell right by my
oh dear, this kit will go down in Jewellery Maker history.
I was jingling the bell by my boobs, basically.
Say it as it is, Elle.
Oh dear. I bet you were all watching at home going,
What's she doing?
what is she doing?
Oh dear. This kit has an effect on
Anyway,
people.
so we know that they jingle. Oh, look at these little tinks.
Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Look at your little fairies.
Yeah. She's in the sort of normal Tinkerbell stance as well, which is what I thought was just precious. It's like as if she's just taking off or just landing, whichever way you think. You can just imagine her coming off with that sparkle.
Just about to dive off, isn't
off
she?
of the castle.
Yeah, she's got movement, and her
Yeah.
wings are three-dimensional. You can see that, sorry, two-dimensional as well, can't you? She's
Yeah.
gorgeous. You are getting how many of the bells and how many of tinks? 10 bells and 5 tinks. Aren't they lovely? And your bells do jingle, as you have just discovered. I love those little charms. They're so sweet.
They are. They're
my new
absolutely
favourites.
gorgeous, aren't
They're
they?
my new favourites. They're so lovely. One little bell and one little tink on a charm
Tinkerbell.
bracelet. Tinkerbell. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. I keep going on. Right, I need to move on because these aren't the only things that you've got within this. Not the only things. You've got 3 metres of your sterling silver chain. I mean, that right there is multiple lovely pieces of jewellery, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Those two components. The chain is beautiful as well, isn't it?
It's astonishingly beautiful. It's in a...
is it a Figaro?
It's a little reel as well that it's in, and it just makes it so great as a little container. You can reuse it again afterwards, and it's great because it's really off and cut as much as you want, but it really sparkles.
Oh, it's a Figaro chain.
It's a little Figaro chain. It's beautiful.
Can you see that? A Figaro chain.
So beautiful.
Oh, this with a Tinkerbell, lovely.
Yeah.
And it does come, like Linda was saying, on those wonderful spools, so they do snap back, so you can store them beautifully like so, and also stop them from tarnishing. Then you have also got your natural silk, which is for rethreading your pearls essentially, and it does come with the actual needle.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So you can thread it on straight away. So really easy to thread your pearls, and all of the gemstones. I love this kit. I always want to buy your kits, Linda.
I want to buy this one myself, actually.
I do.
So I hope I can.
I don't know if how many is available of these? There was 71. I
think to be honest, it's difficult really. I've done so many, but I think this is possibly my favourite. I think I was just so lucky to have everything there, the Tinkerbell charm and the little bell charm, fabulous pearls, the gorgeous coated quartz again, and the Peridot. It was just like it all came together so beautifully for me, and it just shrieks, you know, that Disney. Other cartoons are available.
Yes, but other cartoons are available.
It just shrieks. I mean, she is known as, it is on our thing, it is Tinkerbell charm. So
can I just point out? You know, I said that my producer has just said to me, "Elle, I forgot the chain was in this kit."
Yes.
And she didn't consider that in the pricing.
Did she not? The chain, and there's 3 meters of it, and she didn't consider it.
We sold a chain similar, not exactly the same, but similar, for £24.95 for the chain on its own. And you've got your Tink and your Bell charms, and you've got your natural silk, and you've got 1, 2, 3. Hang on, how many strands are there? 5 strands. £24.95 for the chain, a very similar chain that we sold only last week.
Gosh.
So bear in mind the chain alone was £24.95 only last week. It's different. It's a different link. This is Figaro. The last one I think was a curb. £41.95 for all of this. I mean, there's 15 charms. 15 charms.
Wow.
And your Tink and your Bell. Fleur's watching. Yay, I've got my kit. I cannot wait to get the jingle bells at Tink's home. Elle and Linda, you're naughty together.
Not as naughty as you, Fleur.
Just jingling my bells.
You're tinkering with your bells.
I'm tinkering with my bells. That's good. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Over half the stock has gone, and over 40 of these are in your basket. So we only had, what, 71 was it initially, for the chain on its own. I mean, that's so beautiful. The Figaro. Can you see that? I love that word as well, Figaro, don't you?
Yeah, you feel like you want to burst into song, don't you, when you say that word?
You do.
Figaro.
Yeah, absolutely. Which one are you demonstrating?
If you can bring in the
this one.
Oh dear. If
I'll move out the way as well.
I've just started, and I apologise if it doesn't go as well as Fantastic Claire wire writing goes. But I'm really enjoying wire writing at the moment, and I just thought with this little Tinkerbell charm and Peridot and that, we had to sort of do the classic word that goes with Tinkerbell that you see on cushions and all sorts of things. So I apologise if I don't. I spent some time on that because I'm only just starting to do wire writing. So forgive me if I go slightly awry, particularly as we haven't got the overhead, so I might have to work upside down, back to front and inside out. So please turn off, Claire, if you're watching. Anyway,
stop it. Stop it. You're amazing.
Well, I really do enjoy this wire writing, and it works well. This is probably a 0.8 I've used, and I had got a little of this square wire, which I think has really worked well. So if you do have any square wire, or there's any square wire on the website, you know, please get some square wire for it, because it makes great for writing if you're just beginning, because it's so well behaved. Now, all I did, took the sort of a fairly long length. I think I can trim this off slightly, actually, otherwise I might just catch Elle. Tinkerbell Elle.
Tinkerbell Elle? Oh, I wish.
And so, if you could just see where I started off. Some people say start at the end of a word. I've got a friend who does wire writing, and she said to me, start at the end of the word and work back to the beginning. But you know, I couldn't do it because I couldn't spell it. I literally could not spell the word,
no,
even if I looked at it.
It's hard to do that, isn't it?
But she
It
just
is
said
hard.
it worked better for wire writing. So what you could do is print or write the word and then do it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Never thought of that, just
Point of
thought of that
reference,
now.
or maybe
Yeah.
write it as you
Yeah.
want to wire write it.
Yeah, exactly. But you can write in, this is Linda font. So I just took my round nose pliers, and at the very end of the wire, I just coiled back, just a little coil, right, just like that. So you've just got your start there. Now on this, on the word believe, I've got that flipped to the top. So I've turned that round, and then what I did, I popped my round nose pliers back, just where that coil finished. Okay, I'll flop my eye out in a minute.
Don't do
and
that.
then literally brought up the straight part for the beginning of the B. Okay, now you can obviously make it all capital letters or all small letters, and you can make it all different sizes, whatever. And then I took my round nose pliers to the very top. Now that's obviously the straight of the B. Now that capital letter for me is going to govern the rest of the word. So then I just took it back slightly, just slightly. And then where it just went backwards, I then swapped my round nose pliers back and caught it. It was there. Now I swapped it round and gone there, and then brought the wire around, kept it in to the graduation of the round nose plier, and just pressed it back onto the round nose plier, just to give me that little tiny bit of sort of bend in the wire, as it were. Let me just do it a little bit more. I think the heat in here. There we go.
We're going to have to take the graphics out in this kit because it has actually sold out.
Oh, wow, well done.
Not surprised at all.
Well, I'll
in
just
the
quickly go
slightest.
through this then, and then you just curve it back into that first part of the B, and then taking the wire around the back, you can see where I'm going.
It does actually move quite freely.
It moves really well, as long as you keep your hands fairly close to the growing part of the word.
Yeah.
And then I brought it around again, and then bring it behind, and then swirl it. I'm doing this really quickly. Swirl it so that you get some sort of a sort of a font-looking B, if you see what I mean. And then it's literally a matter of going on to the rest of the word. Now, if you bring the wire down a little, I find, you can then, with your fingers, hold on to that first letter B, and then simply as if you were using pliers and doing a coil, simply take the wire all the way round to form what I call a double writing E, a flow of an E. I know it's not looking that great there, but you firm it up. Oh, sorry, it's the camera and me going upside down, back to front. But you can see that E is going up, and now it's sort of going up into the L. So we then move it up. I do a lot of mine with my hands at the moment. I know Claire does a lot with the tools, but I'm only just starting. Then we've got to the top of the L. We come back down behind that straight L, and then again back up into the I, pop the round nose pliers there and come back down again, and then that'll flow us up again then to work the wire, mind your eyes, work the wire round into the E. When you're actually doing it, you'll get the feel of it. So I've got the I and the E. I could do with my E being a little bit higher there, but this is a flow, this is a slightly different font, which will work. And then we come up to the V. So I come up into the V, pop my round nose pliers back there, come back down, bring the V across, pop my round nose plier at the base of the V, come back up to the top of the V. Then I took my V a little bit more flowing and let that be longer.
I do
and then
that.
flow it.
The second part of my V is a bit longer.
It's what we used to call double writing when I was at school. And then bring it back into the E.
Amazing.
Now, if I just trim that off then, just to give it a little bit of a sweep, What you can then do is train this part here, you can bring it back and head for the, you can trim that down a little bit more, head for the eye, and then you can dangle sort of the little coil back. See what I've done there? I've taken it all the way back, done a little coil,
to do the little
just to
dot.
dot the eye.
Lovely. And everybody's loved this kit.
It is.
Everybody's loved it.
I love it.
Well done, and thank you so much. Sorry, it absolutely flew out now. We've got 2 beautiful bundle opportunities. Well, wow. Oh, is that Ethiopian? Is it one of each? Let me show you what I have here, and then we can.
Exactly what I am.
Which ones? These ones? Not these. Okay. These ones. So we've got your S and your J hooks here in all of the different colours. Double trouble. Oh, I know which. We've brought these to air before, haven't we, Kim? And they absolutely flew. If you got the earring findings earlier, then they are perfect for matching. So you've got those rose, those yellows, those silver, and they're all different shapes. Can you see that? Some are a little bit rounder, basically. They're like little snowmen at the top, aren't they?
They are.
A little snowmen with their little fat bodies. Love that. And or more of a shepherd hook shape at the bottom. So your hooks and your J hooks. Loving these. They are substantial, aren't they?
Yeah, it seems a sensible purchase if you've purchased the previous earring findings in all of the metals. It seems a sensible purchase then to match with these, I would have thought.
Yeah, because they're gonna be, you can create the suites then. And going back to, was it Deborah that messaged in? Oh, I've got mine now. I've been looking for the matching earrings, so she can. I can imagine that would actually be quite a common problem because we don't bring you these colours every single day, particularly in the black. You don't see them here on Jewellery Maker every single day. So certainly get it as soon as you possibly can. And you are getting the 2 packs, so double the quantity in a bundle that Kim is going to be bringing you a super affordable price. How about both of these, which contains how many in total? 60 pieces in total. £8.95, so that's less than £4.50.
Oh, that's for the 2?
That's for the 2, £8.95 for the 2.
Really?
I mean, what would you use your infinity hooks and your J hooks for?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is obviously a clasp, okay? But they would look absolutely exquisite if you linked them together, perhaps if you bought the jump rings earlier.
Yeah.
Link them together, using all the various colours, that would make a really contemporary piece of jewellery. Always think outside the box when you've got something, just put them in front of you and just have a little think. Think about a piece of jewellery, say think necklace. Can I make a necklace from these? Think bracelet, think earrings, think whatever, think brooch. And then something will come outside of the box to you if you think specifically the piece and then look at the finding. You'll see that you can actually use a finding to actually make a piece of contemporary jewellery.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Really good idea. That's working out at pennies per pence. Pennies per pence. 15 pence per piece.
Gosh, when I first started making jewellery, I used to go to a little craft farm near me, and I used to buy shepherd hooks I used to buy 10 pairs at a time, and I think each pair used to cost me around about 80 pence a pair, and they were just base metal.
And how long ago was that? When did you start making jewellery?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. There we go. So you'd think with inflation, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
That the prices would have gone up.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to move on. We will come back because we've got much to bring you. We've got wonderful bundles coming your way. We've got premiere strands still to bring you. We've got new in strands to bring you. And don't forget, I'm with you from the 12 o'clock hour for your education hour. We're talking about the 1920s. Massive congratulations to everybody that got the tink kit. I love it.
I think it was your presentation that did that. I just think it can't be beaten. I'm glad. Look on YouTube for that if you missed it. Brilliant. Brilliant piece of talent.
Do you want to come over for this as well? Because we've got the Sunday experience pieces here. And
Wow.
Oh
gosh. Look.
Yes, look.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I think this is one of my favourite strands
Hello, ladies and gents. I can see stepping in the studio. These gorgeous creations. So we'll go through every single one. The first one is Gina's piece, and look at those colours for a contrast. Give me a wave, Gina. This is yours. Oh, it's fabulous.
Isn't it beautiful?
I'm using those spacer. Is that like a seedy bead there?
Beady beads.
A beady bead, that's it. You got your seed beads made into a beady beads. What a gorgeous piece, and I'd wear something like that, something that would just fall beautifully. And that's made by Gina. I hope you're enjoying the Sunday experience. Then we've got Trevor's. Trevor, this is a little bit of Elle. Elle would totally wear this piece, wouldn't I?
Absolutely, she would, yeah.
This is my kind of design all day long to the moon and back, and you've got wonderful wire working here as well. If I turn that round, can you see? So wrapped beautifully around one another in a wonderful combination. And then you've got bracelets at the front as well. Gosh, you've been busy, Trevor. And we've got...
Could you turn that pendant around? I'll put it upside down on the bust.
This one?
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
It looked exquisite from the back view.
It looks amazing. I thought it was a finished piece like so. Then we've got Norma, and you've created again a wonderful cluster necklace, which I love. This combination of gemstones too works so beautifully, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does, doesn't it?
And this coming season, I think.
It's what I call my freesia colours. That beautiful. I home in on those colours.
And then your gorgeous bracelet at the bottom there, and a matching pair of earrings. And have you made this as well? No, gosh.
With the help of Debbie.
With the help of Debbie. Now we had it showing on the back, and we thought it was a finished piece of jewellery. Your wire work is so incredibly neat.
It's beautiful. Look at that. It's glorious.
Amazing, absolutely incredible. Our Sunday experience, everyone. Look at all these gorgeous pictures. Of course, we will share them on our Facebook page. And here you all are. Have you enjoyed the experience? Yes? Is there anyone you want to say hello to back at home?
You're here again, aren't you?
I love it. I'll pop in and see you a little bit later on for a nice cup of tea. And who brought the cakes? Yeah, thank you, Norma. No problem. I've spotted them already. Haven't had one as of yet, but that will definitely be indulged upon.
Now, can I hand you this a minute?
Yes.
Be very rude. The ladies and gentlemen did Prue's first Kumahimo workshop yesterday, and they all made those bracelets. I think they're fab.
Wow.
Wow.
It's her first workshop, and she's quite nervous about it.
Oh, so Prue?
Wow.
Oh, all of you have got, look.
Doesn't fit me, it's too small.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is absolutely, it's so Prue. It's unmistakably Prue, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Yeah, I would most definitely wear this. That would be, I mean, it's so designer as well. So, yeah,
I think
amazing.
Norma's on a long piece of elastic, aren't you, Norma? You go so far and you ping back to JewelleryMaker.
Oh, bless you. Well, yeah, if you're making pieces like that, keep it all coming in. I'll pass that back to you, Debbie, so you can grab hold of that. But there's more to come. We've got more star buys, we've got more presenters, but it's just so much to bring. Let's go over. Oh, this way. Apparently we're carrying on with you. Carrying on with you.
Oh, are we? Oh,
We've got another bundle.
Okay.
Multicoloured agate, all of these. Oh, we've just seen all the pieces of jewellery that our Sunday Experience were creating with this bundle.
I love this. I absolutely adore these strands. It was, again, it must be 3 years ago, I put one of these strands in a kit, and this is the first time I've seen it since. These are what I call my jewel colours. They just go well together. They've got all the hues of the different colours, and they are, as you can see from the jewellery, astonishingly beautiful.
They really are.
Look
I
at
love the fact that you've got, that lavender colour there. I love the fact that you see there.
Yes.
I mean, this to me is like a picture. It's like a work of art. Can you see that? Let me turn it round.
I love them. I absolutely love those.
It's like a little flame, isn't it?
I just think of wearing those for the winter. with again with a little black dress or a chocolate brown dress, or anything really.
Anything, yeah, you could.
You know all these big florals that are in, again for the winter, the big oversized florals, fantastic. Like 50s tea dance type thing.
Lovely. And
Fantastic.
do you know what this says to me, this bundle, or pieces of jewellery, or the wearer? Do you know what it says to me? An awful lot about that individual's personality.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I bet they're really good fun to be around. I bet, I bet they are, they're
stylish,
fun,
confident. Yeah, absolutely. All of those fantastic
all
sort
of
of
the
plus
above.
words. Absolutely.
And the thing is, you might be thinking, gosh, it's a little bit bright for me.
Oh,
a little bit.
but they're not.
They're not, though, are they? I mean, they're not a garish bright.
No, it's because they have some clarity.
Yeah.
You know, all of them have some more clarity than the others, but it just brings through all those gorgeous markings as well. They're all picked up, so they're not just a block of colour. They're not just a flat. They've got the gemstone qualities
and
to
they'll
it.
complement so much in your stash. I mean, the green onyx that we had earlier on, the smoky quartz that we've got. I mean, it's the cashmere bundle that we had. It's going to complement so much. I love the fact that they've all got their individual characteristics. Some have got like a crackling effect, some have got banding, some have got landscapes, and you have got so many different colours of all different gemstones out there. Your bright and bold crackled agate quartet, and you're right to say that. I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen agate in a long time.
No, mate. This is just fabulous.
Should be almost £28. Amazing. 4 strands. I mean, you've got the different shapes, ovals. Can you see that? These are more your marquise shapes.
Yep.
They're more ovals, and then you've got a different shape of sort of marquise. Should be almost £28.
Holding my breath. Oh, whoa. I mean, do you know what I'm seeing, Elle? Straight up, just then when they were there, I'm seeing, which is a big phenomenon now in jewellery making, stack of bracelets. I can see matching my thread, macrame, just a simple square knot.
Yeah.
And making, say, 7 or 8 of them, matching the thread to the gemstone and stacking them.
Yeah.
And I think they would fly off anybody's craft store. They would.
Absolutely. I mean, I was looking on Facebook and I didn't have time to comment, but yes, I was looking at one of our guest designers who did a craft fair this weekend. You'll know who you are if you're watching. And it was all displayed, and it was all about big bold colours, and I can imagine they will draw attention. I would wear them. My mum would wear them. My friends would wear them. My niece would wear them. Because they're bold and they're colourful and they're bright, definitely, but they're not brassy almost.
Oh, absolutely not. They're just hues of that the primary colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's nothing really there that shouts completely primary. They're all variants of it. Of all the colours of the rainbow. There.
Yeah, really are. And all the
them.
gemstones out there. I mean, I'm seeing fluorites, I'm seeing amethysts, I'm seeing
veins and
that is lovely, isn't it?
Just beautiful. I mean, you can see how much we're talking about them. It looks like they've got an old-fashioned sweet shop in my village. And it looks like the big jar in the window that everybody stops and looks at.
It really does. I mean, that's like a colour change fluorite right there, isn't it? And then you've got your graded Tanzanite blues there. Absolutely amazing. 4 strands of substantial carat weight in this bundle, and one, a bundle that is, you can separate, you can leave as it is, mix and match in the colours. I mean, the opportunities are endless, aren't they? And not being on your screens very at all recently. I haven't seen agate and I don't know how long. And I don't know how long. This type of agate, anyway.
If there's any left over, I'm definitely getting those.
I think you should.
Sheila, if you're watching, please.
There we go, Sheila. Make sure you're getting these. Sorry, what did we say then, Kimber? Are we doing these now?
If you bought the Tinkerbell kit.
Oh yes, you need it for the Tinkerbell. And these. I can see those like crescents of the moon.
It was just the gemstone in there.
If you got the kit, you need to.
It's even sparkling through the top.
You've got the play of colour coming through. Now you are getting both silver-plated copper findings. So you've got multiple toggles, you've got jump rings there, you've got your shepherd hooks, and I was looking at these going, oh, they look like little moons. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There.
Yeah.
They look like little crescents, don't they, of the moon?
Lovely.
And you had a little tink suspending, sat there as if
I
she
did.
just,
Yeah.
she was perched on it.
That would be an ideal go-to with that kit, without a doubt.
Yeah, really would. Use the sparkle from maybe, or use some of your pearls in there to actually make the moon crescent and sit a little tink.
Yeah, definitely.
Love that. If you did get, and of course the chain, you've got so much, and you are getting everything that's on that screen. Plus your Ethiopian opal, which I wish I had more time to talk about it right now, but it is a gemstone that I'm suggesting you get sooner rather than later, given the fact that the main seam is no longer in production now. So there's a small area just west to the main seam, which is still mining, but it's nowhere near in the same league in terms of quantity. Amazing quality, however, it's got a beautiful hydrophane performance, so you will see those wonderful plays of colour, that spectrum of colour. Everything that you see on your screen, Jewellery Makers, is coming your way, of course, at a bundle price point. Dial in as soon as you possibly can. We should be at really £21.90. I mean, for the Ethiopian opal alone. How about buy one, get one free?
Wow.
If you've seen these before and thought, you know what? If this doesn't have you reaching for the phone lines.
Wow, that's astonishing. It really is astonishing. The Ethiopian opal, to me, is my Tinkerbell fairy dust. I can see my piece of jewellery now with all. I'm just going to put them on tiny little tiara twists around her.
With a little wand?
Yes, oh absolutely. This has, if you got the last kit, I mean, I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but please, because it will, particularly the two, it's going to really expand that kit. An Ethiopian opal.
Where's your... Have we still got your Tinkerbells?
We've put it.
We've put it away. So it's being
there,
photographed, yeah. And I'm agreeing just about a couple of little Ethiopian opals just to go ping. Go on, Wes. You could do the ting from Tinkerbell. He's like that. That was silly. Didn't even entertain that idea. Yeah, it was literally like that. I'm not even answering you, Elle. He did, didn't he? Dismiss me straight away.
He kindly went and fetched it. So.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, can you imagine around the Peridot the little beaded bead there, if you carefully, just with the 0.25 wire, just put some of the Ethiopian opal around it in a little flurry of Tinkerbell dust as she takes off from the castle.
Or just one on the end of her hand as well.
Exactly. And it's just those little tiny things that make something from being relatively ordinary to something unbelievably beautiful.
Yeah. I'm also thinking you could put one in your eye.
Absolutely.
Of your belief.
Of my belief. Yes. Not in my eye particularly, but
no.
Or in the sort of in the rosary chain as well. Just say 3 and 3 of the. Yeah, my eye. We're not going to do that because I have to make jewellery. I need them. But
honestly, Linda, I don't think we're ever going to be allowed to do a show together again.
No, we won't. We'll bully them.
Buy one, get one free. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't actually like that expression.
No.
Especially not with gemstones.
Not with regard to gemstones.
No, I think you say buy one, get one free. I think of that dreadful advert.
Yes.
You know the one?
Yes.
You know the one where he's pushing over signs? Oh.
Yeah. I know that is...
It's so irritating, isn't it? But you can't... So I think of that and straight away it kind of gets the hairs on my back of my neck standing up on end. But for this, massive win. I'll accept it. He can shout buy one, get one free all he likes to me now.
I think that's probably the best, most exciting for me sort of thing to go with one of my kits. That is just so perfect. And if I'd have seen those, they would have been in the kit. But Kim obviously saw them first.
She did. I want to get that kit and I want to get these as well. I want to get them as well. I want to have the little bells and the little tinks. Amazing. Moving on. Okay. Let me just compose myself. There are less than 50 of these available. Limited quantity. But then when you know what gemstone it is, you'll understand. Can I just explain to you, because I haven't had a chance to... One of the most frequently asked questions, let me start again. we've been talking about how the fact Tanzanite is on the verge of selling out. It's certain mines are no longer in production anymore, and we can't buy it in the same way that we used to. So it's an understandable question when we have customers who say, well, hang on a minute, how are you bringing us Tanzanite? How's your sister channel still doing Tanzanite days? Fair question, and I would be thinking exactly the same. It's because of the jet lag effect. What that means is, in the gemstone world, everything happens years in advance. So we are slightly different to others because we used to go direct to the mine, so that could be done within like a couple of weeks. Essentially, we go, we buy, and then we come back and we can have the pieces almost turned around in that length of time. Now, if you think Tanzanite, D block for example, gems that had been unearthed from D block maybe 10 years ago might still be in the trade. Now, so you've had that jet lag, we've been adding to it. Now, however, we're finding that where there's nothing being replenished, that jet lag effect is becoming it's really making a difference. That's where retailers and jewelers will say, listen, we can't replenish it, we can't buy this gemstone. The price can be whatever we want it to be, because it fits into those two categories as not just apparently rare, but exactly rare, essentially. That's a whole other conversation. Look at the quality of this Tanzanite.
Amazing, isn't it?
I mean,
unmistakably Tanzanite.
It is. It's got that very definite violet. You've got, you know, those. We haven't graded it, but I'll ask you: have you seen a AA, a AAA, or a quad A?
I have, yes.
What determines? What is one of the grading factors of your Tanzanite?
It's the colour, isn't it?
It's the colour, and that's probably the most valuing or significant point to the grading is the actual colour. To me, you have got definite graded Tanzanite tones in this. Definitely graded Tanzanite tones.
Yeah. My daughter's friend has just got engaged, and she's had a Tanzanite engagement ring, and I promise you that is the colour of her polished gem set Tanzanite.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
In my own jewellery collection, I bought myself a Tanzanite, and I've bought a few Tanzanites since then because I know I've got to get it now, otherwise, it's not going to be within my budget. I'm not too proud to say that. I've bought Tanzanite for children I've not even had yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, and so you should. Yes.
Yeah, because I know that I don't know if and when I am lucky enough, probably be I'll have to really be digging into my pockets to actually be able to buy this gemstone. So I'm thinking ahead, and I'm not alone in doing that. Has this got the depth of colour that could be graded Tanzanite? Is it prominent with the vanadium to bring those violet hues? Absolutely. Yes. And if you are lucky enough to have Tanzanite in your collection already, I hope that you've had your pieces valued, and I hope my personal recommendation is that you repeat that process every 5 years as a minimum. And I'm saying 5 years because yes, it does cost money to have your pieces valued, but do that particularly with your Tanzanite because it is changing every single hour, every single day. The price of Tanzanite absolutely soars. Steve Bennett, our CEO, actually said to us just recently, I can't buy Tanzanite anymore in the way that we used to. And I'm not just talking about going direct to the mine. Do you know he had to make closed bids on Tanzanite? So basically all the jewelers out there, all the Tanzanite buyers had to put their best offer in and hope for the best.
Yeah, I remember him telling me it was very much you go there and they say, well,
make us your best.
Name me a price.
Yeah, make us your best offer. They're not messing around now in the Tanzanite world. They're like, if you want it, you've got to pay for it. You have got to pay for it. Yeah. So how we bring you Tanzanite currently is because what we call the jet lag effect. That said, you know, that jet lag has well and truly kicked in now. We are finding it exceedingly difficult to replenish any Tanzanite. Wow, high-end strand. Yes, it's got those intensities of colour that would potentially determine. I'm not saying it's graded. I'm not qualified to grade our Tanzanite, but I'm just learning on my own, leaning on my own knowledge. And that's what I would ask you to do. Ignore the graphics. Trust your eye. You know gemstones. You know Tanzanite. If you do, then you tell me, does this have vanadium-rich violets and blues? If you've just said yes, then you know then this is an absolute investment strand for you. Good luck, because at $69.95 you've got. I'll count them for you individually because they're solitaires, aren't they?
Absolutely, they are. Yeah, and I say minimally graduated as well, so they're all picked out in the nice pairs again. And I mean, I think for me, if I bought that strand, if I'm lucky enough to get this strand, I should say, then I would probably just restrand it on probably the silk, on the pearl threading silks, exactly as it is now, and wear it as a choker.
30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 56. There's 58
there's a great thing there. That's I mean, it might not be because it's based on carat weight, but there's 58 there. So that's what, 29 pairs of earrings?
Yes.
You know, and probably the least you would sell a pair of Tanzanite earrings will probably, what would that be? Probably £30 around?
Yeah, at least.
At least that's going sort of the lower end. Then you've got the middle. Then you've got the higher end.
That's working out at £1.20 per Tanzanite.
I know.
It defies the belief that.
Yeah, it defies the figures, doesn't it? You know, it sort of undervalues this fabulous.
Well, I hope
rare gemstone.
We are, our consolation right now is we know that you know your gemstone, so we know that I almost said that then, Claire. Yeah, we know that you know that the quality of Tanzanite that we're bringing you right here, right now, is no reflection of the true value on your graphics. So well done from the very, very bottom of my heart. Now, absolutely incredible. We have got for you right now a wonderful strand of Peridot graduated rondelles. Now, I have seen them. Are we going over there? Oh, they're arriving just. Claire's just said the Peridot with the Tanzanite.
Yes.
That would go amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. No.
Those were the kids,
we're just. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They've only just.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
She actually took them out of her pocket.
Linda! Were you trying to smuggle these, Amelia? Never. Never, she says. You were.
Oh wow. Well,
right.
Let's go back to the previous kit again.
Can I just say, yeah, back to the previous kit. If you want to have, yes, it would go amazing with the previous kit.
Absolutely, with these ones.
But do you know what excites me about these? I'm going to have to bring the price in quite quickly, as they are huge. Peridot is not a gemstone that forms naturally in large sizes. These are some of the biggest size peridots that we surely must have in the vault. Surely. Peridot does not, it's a natural gemstone. This is not irradiated or treated. That wonderful chartreuse green, it's what we call an idiochromatic gem, which means it gets its presence of colour from the chemicals that are within. In this case, it's iron. Not too much, because then it starts going brown. Not too little, because it starts going yellow. But all of, I mean, colour, I'm talking about there. You've got chartreuse green, that's what you're looking for, chartreuse. It's very specific, 50-50 on the Pantone chart. But they don't form in large sizes. This is one of the biggest strands of Peridot. 70 carats, let's bring that price tag in because we are running out of time.
What?
$17.95. I mean, out of... I'm trying to think. I've got a lot of Peridot. I wear Peridot because I'm personally think if I'm wearing Peridot, I wear it all. I wear my earrings, I wear the necklace, I wear the bracelet, I wear the rings. If you're gonna wear, because it's got that perfect chartreuse green, and we are very, very specific on making sure it is that extra fine grade. But I'm trying to think, my necklace is a graduation like this. It's nowhere near that size.
No, I mean, it's the clarity of this peridot as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Steve hasn't bought any for a few months now. Again, this is when we were buying it. I think he was buying a couple of years ago when he was over in Asia, because he's saying it's now a little bit too brown for him to buy. So he wants the clarity in peridot. So this is how things are going at the moment. Climatic changes and that govern how the gemstones come out of the ground, and this is just perfect peridot, clarity and everything. Colour, clarity, the lot.
Amazing. £17.95. Do stay on those phone lines. Do check out as soon as you possibly can to get hold of that. And like I said, I mean, Linda,
It's huge.
Like so.
Beautiful.
Like so, with maybe one of your tinks.
Yeah, oh yes. Absolutely.
One of your tinks hanging from. Thank you ever so much for joining me today,
That's
Linda.
a pleasure.
As usual, it's a privilege and pleasure, and we're always a little bit naughty together, aren't we? Don't go anywhere though, because after this we have got a 1920s hour, which should be good fun. And you're back in when?
A couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks time, so she's having a little rest. Don't go anywhere though, because 1920s is up after this.
Garnets are a very large family of gemstones. This gemstone family can be split into two types. Your first type being your pyrospites, which include your almandine and your pyrope garnets. These are often your red and your brown hues. And again, this family actually contains aluminium within its chemical structure. The second group is your grandites, and these contain the more coloured varieties of garnets, and these are your calcium mineral in the chemical composition. Garnets themselves are actually a very, very well-known gemstone, instantly recognisable for their brown-red hue.